addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Shout out to all you gentlemen that are out there. Appreciate you guys being here on Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders on a Sabado evening. Shout out to you. Buenas noches to all of you guys that are out there. Let's get some mood music going. Let's not even play with this thing. Let's get us some nice mood music going for the shout outs. There we go. All right, we got a great topic for tonight. I mean, a really good topic, because the time is coming and a lot of people have been waiting for it. But then a lot of people have complained about it too. And what is that time? The time where men no longer settle. There was a time where it used to be called settling down. Remember that? Dudes used to get to a point in life where they say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and settle down. You know what? She's a good woman. I think I'll settle down. You know what I need to do? I'm tired of being in these streets and I'm going to settle down. Well, men have been settling for centuries, while women have constantly been complaining lately about settling themselves. Men have always had to settle in one way or another, whether it was that person being 80% of what you were looking for or even 70% of what you're looking for. Men have throughout history, from country to continent, have always been known as settlers. The time has come where men are saying, we have passports and we are no longer going to be settling. So we're going to be talking about that topic tonight, where men are allowing the women to complain all they want. Because at the end of the day, you can say about us what you want to say, but you can no longer say that passport bros, blue book gentlemen, men with passports in general, all you ex-military guys, whoever it may be who's traveling, they can no longer say about us that we're settling. We are no longer settling for just the basics. Shout out to all you guys that are out there. Appreciate you guys. Let's get a shout out right in the beginning to my brother Tevin, right out the king, Mr. Kevin Tevin King himself, right out the gate. He says, greeting Andre and Andrea. Happy Sunday. It is a happy Sunday today. He said to everyone in the chat and to those that are just joining, please hit that like button on your way in. Yes, sir, gentlemen. We know the routine. We like you. We really do. Make sure that you like us too by hitting that like button, and that invites other individuals into the building. And we've got 28 people in the building. Make sure that we have at least 25 people click the like button. It only takes a moment on your cell phones or on your television screen. Just click the remote and you can click the like button. Shout out to you guys. Let's scroll back up to my man Ronan Travels over on the other side of the world, a man who does not settle. Shout out to you. Salute to you as well, kind sir, who does not settle. Shout out to him being in the building. He said, Andre and Andre Love Crossing Borders, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, I am. He said, Dre, we are here. Shout out to those guys that are in Southeast Asia, all the brothers in the Philippines. And shout out also to the great one with the super chat. Shout out to Andre and Andrea. Appreciate to you, brother. Appreciate you, and to the chat, because here we know chat lives matters. Shout out to all you gentlemen that are here.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone should be lovely. And while you're in the clapping mood, I'd like to give a big round of applause to my band, Sexual Chocolate. Sexual chocolate. They say so fine, don't you agree?
Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Appreciate you guys being here. Let's scroll down just a little further to a man, Don, aka the Don JP is in the building as well. Good evening, family. Andre and Andrea, good evening to you as well, brother Don. And also salute. Let's see who else is in the building. My brother Kenny Peoples. He said we've been not settling for the AWB in the first place. Give me back 2 more years. He said, give me just back 2 more years, and I'll be in the forefront too, at the finish line with school. Shout out to you. He said at that finish with school. Shout out to you, brother, being here. Glad that you're here. Let me scroll down a little further. And salute to you as well, Kenny. Salute to you as well. Shout out to Corporal being in the building. Glad that you are here, sir. Glad that you are here. Mr. S.T. Jones himself is in the building. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, gentlemen, being here. And my brother David Dice of the Dice family, that is, in the year of our Lord, 2025. Glad to see that you're here. Yes, sir. We are in the building, great one. We are in the building. And my man, Rick Euro is in the building. Shout out to the Euro being in the building representing. He said, good evening from the DMV. Shout out to the DMV. I gotta put you guys drop in here. Man, I've been so lazy with it, man, focusing on classes. I got a soundboard drop for you DMV boys anyway. Shout out to the DMV in the building, them DC, Maryland, Virginia boys in the building. Shout out to you guys being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Let me scroll down and see who else is here in the building. My boy Bobby here early. Bobby Space Ghost checking in early. Appreciate that. That's good to hear. That's good to see. And my man Pan's World representing to both of you guys. Shout out to you guys being here. Peace to Dre and the chat. Chat lives matter here. And my man Raymond in the building, Mr. Turner himself, that is. He said, I'll settle down, but overseas with a fine Eastern European woman. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They come in all flavors, types, and continents, gentlemen. It's your choice to pick who you want to be with. Just like my brother Kofa. Shout out to you. Kofa gets the chance to pick whomever he wants to be with, as long as he's able to use his passport. And that's what I like about it. Peace, Dre. He's a chat and fam. Shout out to you, Kofa, being here. Glad that you're here, brother. Glad that you're here. And my man DJ Dean is in the building, gentlemen. DJ Dean is in the building. He said, hello, how are you feeling tonight, man? I feel like the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I'm so excited. I'm going to have to put that drop in there. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Shout out to you, brother DJ Dean. Glad you asked. Shout out to my brother Bill being in the building. Bill says this. He said, good evening and good morning, Andre. Shout out to all the brothers in Southeast Asia. He said, and chat. He said, men are no longer selling because of great channels like this one. Shout out to you. We appreciate that, brother. He said, letting us know that we have options. We do. We've got so many options and opportunities out there, gentlemen. So many options, so many opportunities. Do not take yourself or your life or your time or your resources for granted, thinking that you don't have options. You have more options on more continents than you could imagine, especially you men of any color, race, color, creed, height, doesn't matter. You got options, such as my brother AMSM, a man supporting men. Glad to see that you're here, brother. Glad to see that you're here. My man Bill says this. He said, good evening. And good. I think I read that one already. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Bill. My man Bolek is in here in the building. And Hitman Josh. I'm doing something right tonight. I must be doing something right tonight. He said, peep the game young. Peep the game young. He said, ready to come to Colombia ASAP. I'm glad that you are, man. Countdown for you. If you need any information, if you need a consultation, hit your boy up. Let me know, and I'll drop my email in the chat for you so you can reach out to me, brother. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad to hear you guys are counting down for your trip, your first trip or your next trip to Colombia. My brother Montrez of the Montgomery family in the year of our Lord 2025 says this. He said, good evening, Andre. It's getting way too expensive to sell in America. Say that again, brother. Say that again. It's getting way too expensive to sell in America. He said, next year, I will be leaving. If God told Abraham, let's go this route. If God told Tamar, Abraham's dad, you got to go. If he told Abraham, you got to go. If he told Isaac, you need to go that way. If he told Jacob, you got to go. If he told Moses, yeah, you need to leave too. If he told all the Hebrews, yeah, y'all got to get out of Egypt. Why do you think God will stop telling people to leave places for a better life if he told them to do that all throughout the Bible? Even most of Jesus' ministry wasn't in his own neighborhood, in his own city. All throughout the Bible, God had been telling people, think about it. Was David king in his own neighborhood, or was he king in a different location? Was he king? Did they build the kingdom right next to where David was taking care of the sheep all those years? Or did David leave the sheep with his daddy and his brothers, and David went on ahead and built a kingdom? God has always been preparing men for Exodus. I don't know why we try to act like this is new and it's a curse on you if you're a passport bro, monster. I don't know why people want to say that when they can always open up their Bibles and it's right there in the Bible. God telling men, go somewhere else to find you a good woman. Okay. Sexy boo. Shout out to Bobby 55 in the building. Did I? Shout out to Bobby 55. No, I didn't. I'm going to wait till it's 20. I thought about that the other day, but I'm going to wait. Shout out to you, babe. Shout out to Bobby 55 in the building. He said, yo, checking in with everybody. Yes, sir. And my man Gene Wright. Yo, Dre. Yo, up to you, brother. In other words, straight from Detroit, what up, though? That's how we say it from Detroit. Face Card Black in the building. Shout out to you, brother, being here. Glad all you guys are here, including Gene and Face Card. He said, what up, Dre? He said, tuning in from South Memphis. Shout out to the Memphis boys. That's where my family's from. My family's from Tennessee and Alabama. My mom is Alabama. My dad was Tennessee. Shout out to you guys, man. I was just all my kids, my youthful years. Every summer I was going to Tennessee to be with my family outside of Nashville. So shout out to all you Memphis boys. I've been to church several times in Memphis, so I like Memphis too. Shout out to you guys. And shout out to my man D-May in the building with the $5 love. He said, number one, bench, Echo. He says this, time to get out of America. In other words, I got it now. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. I got it now. Shout out to Class 7. All you guys that are Theo classes, Class 6, Class 6.5. Shout out to all you brethren that are taking your cloud engineering classes so serious. Appreciate you being here. And shout out to Bobby once again. The Tennessee, I should have said Tennessee. I said Tennessee. Tennessee. You caught that, Bobby? Tennessee. Shout out to once again to my man. Your rent is due 22. Yes, sir. Glad to see that you're here this evening as well, brother. As well as once again, my man Don and Cardio being in the building. He said, what up, Drake? He said, CJ here. We did a consultation about a year ago. I remember that. He said, about to be working with G's. Oh, will you? With Al Grease? Shout out to Al, man. You're going to be working with Al Grease. Al Grease is the brother that did the videos of actually the Brazilian videos, the Frustrated 1, Frustrated 2, Frustrated 3. And so he was the one that was working with Charles Tyler before Charles Tyler passed on. I mean, if it wasn't for Al Grease, a lot of brothers, and Charles Tyler, a lot of brothers wouldn't have been coming to South America. They were the ones that really caused us to really look seriously. Yeah, I caught that, D-Man. Look seriously at travel as black men. So shout out to you in regards to that. He said, take me back to Rio. Dating here, even with the paper, is terrible. Yeah, I can imagine, bro. I can imagine. Shout out to Theo. Yes, sir. Theo's classes. Shout out to you. Shout out to Theo being in the building. I know Theo was here. Shout out to Theo being here. Yes, sir. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought that was okay. So Theo, and he said we are out of here. Yes, sir. So Theo put his in there as well. So shout out to both of you guys in regards to cloud engineering. Theo, I need to get with you in regards to an interview I want to do with you and some of the guys regarding the cloud engineering career. I want to hit you up today. And what I want to do is we often have you come on the shows and talk about some of the benefits and some of the good things that need to be done that you can accomplish in the career of cloud. But sometimes we don't talk about some of the things that we need to make sure that we should expect or don't do while we're in the cloud classes. For example, don't think that you can do this alone. You've often said that, but a lot of guys need to be reminded of that. Don't think that you can get hired off of 1 or 2 or 3 interviews. Don't think that one part of the cloud classes aren't as important as other classes. Don't think that because another brother succeeded that you can't succeed. So I want to do an interview with you and maybe 1 or 2 guys in regards to some of their experiences of what they need to make sure. We already know what they need to make sure that they need to do, but remind them of some of the things that they should not assume when it comes to cloud engineering, because it is easy to fall in assumption when it comes to any career opportunity. And just talk about keeping the guys focused. So I want to get with you in regards to maybe doing that interview within the next couple of weeks in regards to things that guys should not be doing, and so they can focus on the things that they should do. Shout out to my man Tori in the building. Theo says done. He said, good evening, Andre. He said, and them brothers in the class 7. He said, special shout out to the internet for this his guidance. Yes, sir. Shout out to Quiet Storm, man. I'm actually catching up on all of our videos and our group videos as well. Shout out to you guys. He said, cloud class, don't drink any. That's one night. He said, instead, drink it nightly. Don't just drink it one night, drink it nightly, because you're going to be every night. Every night there is just a part. It's starting to become just a part of the makeup of my day. I kid you not. He said, don't hang with Keisha. Instead, obey Chewbacca. Shout out to Cooley. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to all you guys that are here on the live stream. I know one of you guys hit me up on the Cash App. Shout out to you guys that are supporting by way of Cash App. And I'm going to drop the link a little later regarding Patreon. So if you guys want to support by Patreon, shout out to you guys. And shout out for the $10 love from my man Don, a.k.a. the Don JP. Shout out to you. Glad that you guys are here. Let's change the music up, guys. We got a great topic tonight, man. Great topic. I don't want to hold you guys long. I know I'm here a little late. Now let's go here. Let me hear that music. Turning it up. There you go. Let me put that about right there. Put it right around 8. Okay. As I was saying earlier, guys, it is very, very important for you to come to reality that And you have options like the one brother was mentioning. And in order to take advantage of the options that you have or the opportunities that you have, whether it be with Theo's classes, whether it be you getting certifications or taking advantage of online opportunities in other areas, you've got options. The one thing that you don't have to do anymore as a man is, and when it comes to relationships, travel, locations where you want to live, locations you want to visit, the food that you eat, your health, all of it, you don't have to settle anymore. You don't have to settle for unhealthy American food. You don't. You don't have to settle for American laws or politics. You don't have to settle for the price of American cars, car insurance, gasoline, oil changes, repairs. You ain't got to settle for that. You do not have to settle for the housing costs. With the average house in America, you have to pay $412,000 in order to purchase one. You don't have to settle for that. You really don't have to settle for a 4-year degree when you could just got with Theo or even other opportunities to where you can get certifications. You don't have to settle. You have options. And when it comes to the ladies, gentlemen, a lot of us married certain women because we settled. We thought that this was the only country, talking to you two Canadians as well, talking to you two UK, in the West, we often think that let me put it like this. You guys have heard me say this before. Let me put it like this. And shout out once again to my man Christopher Brown with the $10 love on Cash App. Appreciate you, gentlemen. I really do. Let me put it like this. A lot of times we sit back and we only date American women, Canadian women, UK women out of 2 reasons. You ready? One of them we're going to talk about later. You only date American women 2 reasons. You guys have only married Canadian women 2 reasons. It's nothing mystical. You UK brothers, 2 reasons. Geographical location, chronologically she's been in your life. Geographical location, and because she's been in your life chronologically. We're going to talk about those 2 real quick. Geographical location. You know that you would not be smashing Keisha down the street if she was not down the street. You know, I don't care how fine LaWanda is. Yes, green eyes, deep dish dimples, the whole thing. You know, and I know you would not fly to Las Vegas if you lived in Florida for LaWanda. You only smash LaWanda because she's not in Las Vegas. She's 20-minute drive in Tampa. You both live in Tampa. The geographical location is what's dictating why a lot of you guys marry the woman that you married. Remember, I often say 68% of Americans will live and die within a 50-mile radius of the hospital in which they were born, according to the survey that was done by International American Van Line. American Van Line did the survey. They do it every year. And they know that at least 68% of Americans, male and females, will die within a 50-mile radius of the hospital in which they were born. So if you were born in Detroit, you will live and die you have a 68% chance of living and dying within a 50-mile radius of Children's Hospital in Detroit. And everybody in Detroit know where Children's Hospital is unless they change the name. What's my point with that? If you're living and dying within a 50-mile radius of the hospital in which you were born, I bet you, if you sit back and think about it, most of the women that you smashed probably live within a 50-mile radius of the hospital in which you were born. Yeah, you had a few women here and there. Unless you were a guy that was like me, you lived in different states at one point in time, but not most Americans. 68% of Americans aren't moving from Detroit to Cleveland to Chicago to Atlanta, and all. They're not doing that. So most of you guys have smashed your way through women right in the same areas that you were born in, geographics. That's the only reason you smashing them. You would not fly if American, like I said before, if you were in Thailand and you had, or in parts of South Africa, and you had the money and the resources and the visa to fly to America and date or marry American women, I don't see anybody getting on the flights doing that. I have yet to see a TikTok video of a dude that purposely flew to America looking for a wife, except Eddie Murphy in a movie. And they made that a comedy. They couldn't even make that serious. That had to be funny, because nobody would have believed that a man would actually use his resources, fly to America on purpose for American women. You do it because of the geographical location. That's it. Don't tell me that she's a good woman. Okay. If your woman is so good, all you married dudes, if your woman was so good, would you have flown to another country for her? I mean, she the mother of your kids. You watching us with your headphones on, but bruh, you laying right next to her. Would you have flown 8,000 miles for that woman that's next to you right now? Don't lie. I know you love her, dog. You know, y'all been together forever and a day. She was with you when you got locked up, the whole thing. I got you. When you broke your leg trying to play basketball, I got you. She been there for you. Would you have flown? That's a yes or no question. Would you have flown? Oh, here we go. We can put it as a yes or no question. Guys, yes or no. If you were in another country and you had the resources and the visa to come to America and marry American women under the American laws, would you have done it? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section. I know my answer is hell no. I know my answer. Put it in the comment section. Would you got the money. So you're not coming to America for money. You got a visa. Your visa's been approved. You got a passport, or you come from a country that you don't need a visa. Would you have used your passport to fly to America, knowing the American laws, and have married in America? So all these no's I'm seeing mean that the only reason that I smashed American women and you smashed American women is because they of geographical convenience. They were conveniently next door. They were conveniently 20 minutes away. They were conveniently a half hour away. They were conveniently in the next state. Convenience. If they were too far, we wasn't even messing with them. Some of us ain't never had no California coochie. Why? You don't live nowhere near California. Some of us ain't never had no Florida fellatio. Why? You don't live nowhere near Florida. Ain't nobody else. Some of y'all ain't never had no Kentucky coochie. Why? You don't live nowhere near Kentucky. You ain't never had no Baltimore booty, have you? No Boston booty, have you? You know why? You don't live nowhere near Boston or Baltimore. We smash because of geographical convenience. We marry, we smash, we have babies by women. If you sit back and you think about it, the only reason you got your kids walking the planet right now is not because you would have flew to another country for that woman to become the mother of your children. No, you had those children, and blessings are the children. Bless the children. But we're having these children because of geographical convenience. She lives 50 miles away from the hospital in which y'all were born. You live 50 miles away from the hospital in which y'all were born. Y'all came together, and guess where y'all baby was born? In the same hospital. Some of y'all got babies born in the same hospital in which you were born. You were born and raised in Philly. Your child gonna be born and raised in Philly. Why? Because the child's mother was born and raised in Philly. Geographical locations, that convenience is right there. Shout out to Zay being in the building. Appreciate you being here, brother. Andrew here. Shout out to you. Big K. Big KJ, that is. Shout out to you being here. Man, glad you guys are here. Let me scroll down a little bit. See what David has to say. David says this. So we said it's 2 reasons why you guys are sleeping with women in the United States. or marrying them. David says this. He said, Andre, the brother recently almost got lied to on for a grape. What? By an African sister in the UK. She's some health influencer who's done that to 2 brothers prior to. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That we lived in countries that we claim that justice is blind, but a woman can just come with accusations and then you got to fight like almost like Diddy to try to prove your innocence. And don't be broke. That's crazy, man. I hope that these guys, man, get justice. Shout out to my man Rico. Shout out to my man Rick being in the building. And LJV, Southern Vegan, is in the building as well, gentlemen. So we just talked about numero uno. And my boy, I love Latinas. Yes, sir. It don't matter. It doesn't matter how much she weighs. For many men, it doesn't matter if she's got a bad attitude. Many black men, come on, dudes, y'all been smashing. I don't know why y'all want to complain about women that wear weaves and wigs when y'all just smashed one this past weekend. Y'all funny style. Y'all will sit up there and be the same ones that watch this live stream and watch Tommy Sotomayor and watch other brothers that have been talking about and Kevin Samuels, other brothers, Obsidian, talk about weaves and wigs for years. And y'all will go in the comments, yeah, man, that's crazy. And soon as y'all leave the comments, the first hot chick you see on Instagram, and you know that's a wig that she wearing. Oh my God, girl, you are a queen. You are such a sexy queen. There is nothing more beautiful than a black woman with a weave. I love your ponytail, boo. What's your Cash App? Black men love weave. I don't know why y'all want to complain about it. Y'all do. Is many baby mamas of women that got weaves? Y'all want to tell me y'all don't love weaves? I'm not talking about by your words. I'm talking about by your actions. You love a good old-fashioned hair helmet if it looks good. Don't be acting like y'all don't be sleeping with hair helmets. Man, I probably slept in my life. I kid you not. Y'all ever notice I ain't got that many hair helmet stories? Only been with 2. Dude, I told y'all I would date somebody with brush waves before I date somebody with a hair helmet. Why you think I only dealt with mixed girls? Because I know that's their hair. 9 times out of 10, that's their hair. I don't do hair, but some of you do. Most of you dudes, you know you do hair helmets. Your ex-wife wore a hair helmet. You ain't seen your ex-wife real hair all 10 years of the marriage. You never saw her real hair. So let's not pretend like y'all don't like them hair helmets. She's unbelievable. She's Weave It the Beaver. One nation under a weave. My brother says this. Tevin says, he said, California native here. He said, trust me, you don't want to smash any of these ladies. He said they have made any condom strong. They have made a condom strong enough to protect you from STDs. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. And my boy LJ said he's confirming it with the facts. Yeah, come on, man. They love them hair helmets, man. Dudes be loving them chicks with hair helmets. Why? You want to know why? You want to know why? And my man Ronan says that he said, wow, it wasn't planned, but now that I think about it, I have only dated 3 hair helmets. Right? You sit back. Some of us sit back and think about it. We're like, I mean, dude, I'll true story. I probably was 43 the first time I ever was intimate with somebody and she had a hair helmet. I didn't even know it was a hair helmet. I put my hand in the you know, I'm a back of the head type of dude, right? I went to grab the back of that head, you know, during intimacy. And all I felt was like almost like braids or I don't know what they do. But I realized that it was weave. And you know, she was sexy. I think I smashed her maybe 3 times. I ain't gonna lie, I smashed her maybe 3 times. And one of the reasons it really didn't work out, because every time I saw her, I would think to myself, but I'm like, man, she's sweet, she's nice. It was almost like meeting us. To me, it was like meeting an attractive woman that smokes cigarettes. It was like, oh, she fine, but she smokes cigarettes. Ugh, can't do it. That's how I feel about women that wear hair helmets. I don't care. So you wouldn't smash Beyonce? Nah, bruh. Nah. I would smash her sister for wearing a natural afro before I smashed Beyonce. So I would smash her sister. I kid you not. A true story. I would smash Beyonce. Most dudes, I smash Beyonce. I wouldn't. I smash her sister before I smash her. I don't do hair helmets, dude. I'm serious about that. I don't do women that smoke, and I don't do hair helmets. Some dudes can do it and be walking through the birthday party and walking through the club and looking at my baby a dime. For them, cool. You can do yours, bro. I ain't hating. I'm just saying, as for Andre, I just was never attracted to it. And like I said, I think it's because my mom wore a little short afro her whole life. So I never saw my mom in a weave. And by the time she got older, and I think she was wearing maybe a wig or two, but that's older ladies. You know how older ladies are back in the 70s. They had a wig stashed even if they didn't wear one. So I was so used to my mom and my sister being natural that my sister started wearing weaves like when she got older, like over 40. But my sister had a short afro too. So I was so raised around women that had natural hair. I'm so used to seeing women with a hot comb or pressing their hair or whatever they got to do, or putting a perm in their hair. I'm not used to being around women that was. I've never seen a woman. I have never been a guy that sat down or heard about, or I've ever seen a woman sit down and get a 6-hour, 8-hour weave. I've dated a few women that wore braids. I don't have anything against braids. I'm talking about the weaves. Braids are cool. I ain't got nothing against braids, but the weaves. Oh no, no. He said I'm the same way. He said I can't stand fake hair. That's why females just be mad at me like, you with the white girl, you with the light skinned girl. Well, if she was a chocolate sister, she was a chocolate sister from somewhere else, or a chocolate sister that wore her hair natural. Like I said, I'm not judging some dudes. Some of you dudes got some weave wearers on your arm right now. I got you, bro. But shout out to my man Show Enough in the building. Show enough. Zeta's in the building. He said I can't do the hair helmet. Yeah, he said, by the way, hola to you, brethren. So we talked about the number one reason. Shout out to Jamon being in the building as well. He said, no hair hats for me. Sorry, not sorry. We talked about number one reason why you guys and me and all of us settle for women in the United States or in Canada, because geographically it's convenient. I can get to know her. If she lives within an hour radius, I can get to smash her or whatever it is. Convenience. Number two reason. Only two reasons. Yeah, give me Kelly Rowland all day long with no weave. Give me Kelly all day long. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I was Kelly back when it was 4 members. I'm like, who's the chocolate sister? I wouldn't even listen to Beyonce talking about some say my name. I'm like, who is the chocolate sister? Even when the group got smaller, I'm like, who's the chocolate sister? When they broke up, I'm trying to see Kelly. I ain't trying to see Beyonce blow up. I'm trying to see what's going on with Kelly Kales. Yes, sir. I'm with you on that one. Shout out to Ronan. And my boy Jay Fleming in the building. Shout out to you, my brother. Glad to see you're here. And Hugh is representing as well. Them Seattle boys representing. The J.R. Ewing from Seattle. Shout out to you, brother. Glad that you're here. Number two reason. So we said the number one reason is the reason why you dudes, or why I was smashing women in the United States, and I didn't think I had any options because geographically they were convenient. Number 2 reason is chronological. A lot of times we keep women because, well, she was with me for 3 years, dog. You know, she my baby mama. You know, we got 2 kids. That means we've been together like 7 years, dog. Well, you know, she did a 5-year bit with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and marry her, dog. You know, that's my woman, dog. We were together in high school, dog. I was her first. A lot of times we keep women in our lives and don't take advantage of the other options. In other words, we settle, A, because of geographically located. She's in the right, I live in California, she lives in California. But the other thing is because you've been around her for so long. You might not even want to marry her, but you've been with her for 9 years. So you like, you know, some dudes do that. Man, we gonna go ahead and get married, dog. You know, we've been together for like 11 years. We got 3 kids. I'm gonna go ahead and make her an honest woman. You're only doing it because you've been together for so long. Not because of that's the type of woman you wanted. Because if that was the woman that you wanted outside of having the kids, you would have married her a long time before 9 or 11 years ago. 11 years have passed. So a lot of times we keep chicks around just because of, you know, I guess she's still my boo. Some of y'all still claim your exes. I got people that I know that still claim their exes as if their exes are their new or main chick. True story. I know I got a couple brothers that be like, that talk about their exes as if, hey, that's my number one right there, dog. That's my number one right there, man. Hey. Like old girl used to say, the Wayne and sisters, don't nobody say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins. Some of y'all got a Miss Jenkins as an ex-girlfriend. Y'all be like, y'all better not say nothing bad about Miss Jenkins. Y'all, that's my boo. That's my number one right there. You ain't been with Miss Jenkins. You done had 3 girlfriends and a wife since Miss Jenkins. And you still talk about Miss Jenkins as if you dating her next week. If I asked you, hey dog, I heard you used to mess around with Miss Jenkins, dog. You should. I didn't know y'all was messing around, but I was thinking about hitting that. She gave me a number. You think your boy has violated you for dating somebody that you dated in high school? How you gonna be with her, Dre? Dude, she was your girlfriend in 11th grade, man. We 31 now. You mad because I'm messing with her and we 31? We all live in this little city. We all gonna smash somebody that we all know. Oh, nah, dog, Miss Jenkins, that's my number one, dog. That's my number one. Bruh, y'all broke up in the 12th grade. I can't have her? Nah, man, that's man law. You breaking man law. You breaking guy code. Some of y'all hold on to women due to the fact of geographical location. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, they were gorgeous. It's like every member, except for maybe one, was better than Beyonce to me. Yep, that longevity, that time, that longevity. They're in a relationship with them for so long, and the woman is geographically located for so long. And this is the funny part. Check it out. If she didn't live so close to you, you probably wouldn't even been with her that long. Sit back and think about it. I've got women that I had in my life that if they didn't live in Detroit, I wouldn't have been with them that long. They probably would just got smashed and trashed. To be honest, some women that made it to 3 years with me, some women that made it to 2 years with me, wouldn't have made it to those 2 years if we wasn't living in the same city. If I had to have a long distance, true story, if I had to have a long distance relationship with 99% of the women that I have been with in my life, I could easily say 99% wouldn't have never got hollered at. I'd have smashed them and they'd have been gone about their business. I think maybe 1, 2, like it was my first girlfriend, a white girl, Wendy. That was my sweetheart. She was good people. Tracy The dyke chick I was telling y'all about the other day, she was a sweetheart. Don't sleep on dykes. When they go back to being women, man, they are the sweetest women. They are the sweetest women. All that masculine energy, when it's gone, you got to keep her. Because they don't let that guard down for everybody. So when they let that masculine guard down and they go back to wearing dresses and being feminine, being girly, bruh, it's something special about you that brought that feminine back up out of her. She was a sweetheart. So it's her. And Andrea. 3. True story. Out of all the women that I've been with, Wendy, Tracy, Andrea. That's it. Those are the only ones that I would fly to have been with, and chronologically, it wouldn't have mattered to me. All the rest of them, ex-wife, everybody, no, bro. No, some of y'all think about y'all ex-wives and ex-girlfriends that you was together for years. You like, man, nah. Would you have flown to another country to get your ex-wife? Not me. Nope. Would you have married your ex-wife if you had to have a long distance relationship for a couple years? Nope. In other words, the longevity, no, the chronological part, nope. And I was married for 14 years, and I could easily tell you, and she was sweet, nice, feminine, and all that good stuff. But I'm telling you, even being with a nice, feminine sister from the States, nope. No. Some of y'all sitting back thinking like, you know what? Would I have flown for my ex-wife? Nope. Would I had a long distance relationship with my ex-wife if I had to? Nope. Let's be honest, gentlemen. Let's be honest. Montrez says this. He said, if you want a white woman, go to Europe. Oh yeah, go to Europe. Oh man, I had some nice European women in my life. He said they love brothers over there. I believe you. Shout out to This Is Our Month countdown in September, October Libras. Yes, sir. My birthday is actually next Monday. Andrew reminded me. Had you guys buy me a drink this weekend. Shout out to you guys. Zeta say, I never understood that if she's gone, she's gone. Dudes can have her. I know a lot of dudes that ain't like that. I know dudes that still hold on to their exes. Me, I don't give a that. Dude, y'all can have all my exes. I ain't never tripped like that. I ain't never been one of them dudes that be like, so you with my ex-girlfriend, dog? You with my ex-girlfriend? I ain't never been that dude. Because I'm so busy over here. Your birthday already passed, man. Happy birthday. Ronin Travels. Ronin Travelers. Happy birthday to you, brother. Oh, man, we missed your birthday. Hope you had a great one. I know you did, man. First birthday officially outside the United States, other than the military. I'm just guessing. Shout out to Aiken being in the building. Appreciate you. So those 2 reasons, guys. So right now, men are no longer settling for longevity. In other words, just because I've been with you this long, that don't mean I need to marry you. And men are no longer settling for geographical convenience. Just because you live in my city, that doesn't mean I need to marry you. Just because you're an American and I'm an American doesn't mean I need to marry you. Just because you black or white and I'm black or white doesn't mean that I need to marry you. Men are discovering that they have options. Shout out to, wait a minute, that makes you a Scorpio. Shout out to the Scorpios out there. Your birthday is 2 days before Andrea's dad and 4 days before Andrea's, 5 days before Andrea's birthday. So Andrea is a November Scorpio and a grandma. So shout out to all you Scorpios out there that's coming down the turnpike. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to our brother Ronin. Yes, sir. Let's get ready to get started with the video, gentlemen. But I just wanted to lay a foundation that you guys don't have to settle because of longevity or convenience. And you don't have to settle just because they live in your city or live in your state. You don't have to settle. We have options now. And the tool of our options is a passport. Let's continue to get started. Let's get started with the video.
Man, you are the one who has been settling. You've been settling for obesity. You've been settling for single moms. You've been settling for poor treatment, for being used, for being ridiculed, for being emasculated, for being disrespected. It's funny how women say that they're not going to settle when it's been the men who've been settling.
I had 10 children and I became a grandma at 36 years old. I got pregnant with Cash when I was...
Let that sink in. And she said that bragging. I have 10 children and I have brought that demon to my daughter. And now I'm a grandmother at 36 years old. This is not uncommon in the United States. This is not an anomaly. This is not an emergency, gentlemen. This is the new norm.
18, but I ended up actually having him when I was 19.
Did you experience any judgment around that time, kind of becoming a mom at 19?
I feel like the only judgment would probably be on social media. And I'm not going to say I condone.
That's her daughter that just had a child. So that's the one that's 19. The other one is 34. And so this young lady here has 9 other brothers and sisters from her mom.
You know, having kids young, honestly, I would say it's not easy. Like, I'm not promoting that by any means, but I think we do a really good job at it. We've definitely received some judgment about our daughter having her son. Basically saying, oh, you're just repeating the cycle. You had her at 17. She was a teen mom, you know.
And they don't see it as a cycle. They don't see it as anything problematic. They see it as the norm. They see it as it is what it is. There are a lot of countries that are like that. But America always brags about as if we're a cut above, and that's the problem. See, if you see it happening in Colombia or in Brazil or in Europe, oh my God, I can't believe they're having babies over there like that. Not realizing actually Colombia is having a childbirth epidemic. There are not enough babies being born in Colombia at all. A lot of people don't realize that. Colombia is having a big, like Japan is and like China's having a problem. Colombia is having a big problem with childbirths.
What kind of example are you setting for her type thing?
My daughter is younger than her nephew.
She was born an aunt.
How old were you when you became grandparents?
When we became grandparents, I was 36.
Don't say this too loud. I was 38. Yeah, it's crazy.
I got 3 child's mothers and I got 5 kids.
Why are you having 5 kids with 3 different women, bro? And you're broke. Do they got you on child support?
Yeah.
All 3 baby mamas?
Nah, just 2 really.
How much you paid in child support?
$800 for my daughter, $500 for my twin boys.
Goodness gracious, bro. The other 2 kids, that one ain't putting you on child support.
Nah.
This is called the cycle of poverty. Were you born into a rich family?
I don't know, Aiken. I have to look that up. Why in Colombia? I mean, it's like that around the world. The women are waiting to have children now in Colombia. A lot of women are.
So the cycle of poverty is you're born into a poor family and you just do dumb and now your kids are going to be less fortunate because you're the only person responsible of taking care of 5 kids. And how much are you making a month?
$3,500.
So you left with $2,200. How much you pay for rent?
My rent $700.
My goodness, bro. How much it costs for you to feed yourself and the other 2 kids plus the woman?
Probably like $300 a month.
Are y'all on food stamps?
Yeah.
Listen, bro, at some point, you can't ruin your life anymore. You got to make a decision to stop doing stupid shit. You don't have to be a genius in life. You just have to be good at not doing dumb shit. And you've done a lot of dumb shit so far. 5 kids at 25? Bro, you need to be working 3 jobs. The one job that you're working is not going to be enough.
Did you not give yourself any time in between each pregnancy?
Putting myself in timeout for having 9 kids by the age of 25. Now she want to be celibate. Now she want to slow down on the coochie. 9 kids. Bruh, I told y'all this the new norm. I don't know why y'all trying to act like this is not normal in the United States. Stop acting flabbergasted. Stop acting like your mind boggled.
I mean, clearly you started at 16 unless you had a couple twins. 9? And you're 25?
Moving like you a hamster, bro.
This is inexcusable behavior.
9 children by the age of 16 if you want to keep having kids. I don't know why you're acting
Disappointed in yourself. You had a choice, each and every one. I mean, I'm saying 9, but I don't think y'all just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids, all in back to back to back to back succession. How long were you not pregnant? How long have you not been pregnant for during this tenure, during this LeBron James-esque run of yours?
9 children?
Shorty, what are you doing? I'm saying one of them has to be a set of twins, bro. She had to have been able to take at least 5 months of a break. Like 9 times in a row is ludicrous, and I almost said I know, but I hope it's all by one man. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, I pray it's all by...
Man, stop it, bruh. Stop it, bruh. This woman been having kids since she was like 13 years old. It is not one boy that's been getting her pregnant since she was 13. Stop it, bruh. You've been truthful and honest this whole time. You know it's multiple baby daddies. You know it's multiple dudes that's been shooting up the club.
By one man. Because by golly, I mean 9 kids since he was 16. I'm not even gonna do the math on that one. Y'all stay safe.
Are you tired of settling yet? Or you want to still continue in your ways of dating women in America, which does not work? If you're tired and you want a better dating experience with fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, beautiful women, DM me and let's go on a Passport Bros trip together. I got trips booking for June, July, and August, and I have specials right now because we only have a few spots left for each month. If you're tired of being rejected by the women that you're attracted to, only to be talked bad to by women who are twice your size, it's time to travel. Yes, yes, yes. You are the one that's been settling. And you've been so scared to let someone who treats you so bad go over boom boom. Get some self-respect. Come on a Passport Bros trip. Step up to a better level of dating. Do right by yourself because no one else will.
Most men just settle for a woman based on perfect attendance, right? Based on...
Ooh, I like how I put that. Most men settle for a woman based on perfect attendance. She's always there. You remember when you was a kid and you used to give out the award for the kid that had perfect attendance in school the whole school year? They'll make the announcement. And sometimes the school have a special, whatever, make special gift or a special award for the child that had perfect attendance. That's some of y'all women. Some of y'all married women because she had perfect attendance, not because she was attractive, not because she gave you peace. She probably gave you a couple kids to have to pay child support on. But some of us, we were only with that woman because she had perfect attendance.
You know, she's a good girl. She don't challenge me. She's been here since day one. You know, she hasn't moved, whatever the case may be. But we haven't been socialized to even be able to identify what more is to ask of women. What is it that we should be asking from women / expecting from women?
The most dangerous thing a man can do isn't failing. It's settling for less. Failure teaches you lessons. It sharpens your mind and it may force you to grow. But settling kills your growth entirely. You may convince yourself, oh, I'm good enough, or this is okay for me. And before you know it, years pass and you continue drifting an identity that is no longer serving you. And you continue to live a life that you never really chose in the first place. Like, think about it. How many men today stay in jobs they hate, relationships that drain them, or stuck in routines that keep them weak-minded, not because they can't change, but because they settled for less? Don't let comfort and ego steal your future. Discipline isn't about avoiding failure, it's about refusing to settle. If you're ready to stop drifting, being overweight, or wasting your potential so that you can start building the man you're meant to be, comment the word discipline and I'll send you my free guide on how to take back control of your mind and change your life.
I think the biggest lesson that I learned about dating the wrong people is that I will no longer negotiate my non-negotiables. Like, I think sometimes we let our single season force us into a miserable lifetime because it's just so hard to live through this, and we think that we have to be in a certain place but at a certain time, that we allow loneliness to dictate our joy. We allow that to rob us of it and be in something that we don't need to be in. Stop negotiating with things that are not negotiables for you, things that are meant to be cornerstones of your life. Stop letting people force you out of them.
It might take me a little longer, but I be waiting on what I deserve. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Is it easy? No. But is it worth it? Absolutely. I'm over just running with anything. I want what I deserve now. So if them numbers don't add up, if that vibe ain't there, hey, we just ain't going for anything no more. So make it worthwhile for you.
I have a question for men and women. What is up with all of the pretty women being single? The most gorgeous women, like stunning, body proper, face card on, but they're single. What is it? I really get so confused when I see a beautiful woman with a nice body, with a nice face, and she's by herself.
I'm gonna before she answers, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Atlanta, DC, California, New York, talk to me. Country girls of Kentucky and Tennessee. All you guys that see all these beautiful women, Southern gals, Southern belles, gorgeous. Miss AKA this, AKA that. Why do you guys think, put in the comment section, why do you guys think so many women that have their degrees, have a 5-bedroom house, they travel, they got their passport with stamps, why do you think that they can't get married? My brother Corporal said, he said, I've dated a girl who was nothing more than a perfect attendant type of chick. Yep. However, after she got pregnant and I found out that the child wasn't mine, I stopped the bullshit and got on point. Yes, sir. I ain't mad at you, brother, with that one. David says this. He say mentality in need of health check. That's why they're single. Attitude and that mouth. So everything that we're talking about, the reason why nobody wants to deal with them is because of external situations. Kofa says this. He say perfect attendance got my son here. Got my son here. Good point. Got my son here. Some women, they hang around with perfect attendance. Let's hear what the brother has to say. Jaquez says this. Shout out to Jaquez in the building. Jaquez says, it means her attitude is trash. She's very entitled and doesn't know how to be quiet. Absolutely correct, gentlemen.
Tell you exactly why. Because beauty is just beauty. We don't give a fuck. I know more men out here that would settle for a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 woman with a good personality, good morals, respect for herself, and more importantly, respect for him than a girl who is just beautiful. Beauty is just on the outside, man. You know, the one thing I've realized lately is that men out here are starting to wake up a little bit. Men are out here starting to realize, damn, just because she's pretty doesn't mean she's gonna last. Just because she's pretty doesn't mean she's gonna treat me well. A man is very fucking simple, man. We just want appreciation, respect, and loyalty. Beauty's awesome. It's awesome to have a beautiful girl, but it's more awesome to have a woman who treats you well. That's it. That's exactly why. We're done with the fucking bullshit, the drama, the disrespect, the toxicity, the everything. We just want peace.
Absolutely correct.
I honestly think a lot of beautiful women are lazy. Ooh. I think they're lazy in their character, they're lazy in their learning, they're lazy in their skill set, and they're lazy in relationships because they harp on their beauty instead of actually being the person that can back that up. And I think that that is a crippling stronghold that holds a lot of women in a space where they'll never really attract or have the man that they want because they look at people like they're disposable just because they're beautiful without the character to even substantiate that.
That is a fact.
It is sad.
It is very sad because beautiful women, you know, it's a stigma.
Oh.
But at the same time, I think women, made to be this way. And I think coming from Australia, where women are very different, and then moving over here and seeing the mindset of highly attractive women over here is night and day. But it's the culture, like, oh, I don't have to work. I have a sugar daddy. Or,
Right.
oh, I don't have to do this or that because I look like this. It's pretty privilege.
Just because you're beautiful doesn't mean you're gonna get everything and a pass everywhere you go. Don't be stupid. That girl you think is average, she's getting more than you. Oh, but Carmelita, I'm so beautiful. How can she? That don't mean jack shit. People build bonds and connections in this world. If you're coming in looking like a siren, he can't trust you. It's too much beauty for the average man. He thinks you're gonna bleed him dry and leave him for the next big spender. Sometimes the girl that you think is average can finesse better because she comes across as less intimidating and easy to please to men. So don't be delusional. Your looks are not gonna save you out here. You need to be smart in the street.
Stop being a simp, bro. I don't care if she looks good. Does she have morals? Does she have virtue? Is she intelligent? You're not looking for someone to date. You are seeking and calling in the queen that is going to build the kingdom with you. You don't want just anybody. Pretty girls are a dime a dozen, bro. Easy mode. That's easy mode. You know what's difficult? Finding a woman that loves Jesus and that is virtuous and has morals and standards and is an amazing woman that is faithful and hopeful and will stand by you.
Preach.
As you are building the kingdom with God leading the way. Get out of easy mode. How about you actually strap in and get your life going, bro? Stop being a simp. Stop giving in to simple pleasures and act like the king that God designed you to be.
So I just came across this. It says, a man will settle for a woman less attractive for the sake of peace. Looks ain't everything. I told y'all, a fit 6 is better than an 8, 9, or 10 baddie every day, twice on Sundays. Okay? Listen, as I've gotten older, I understand how important peace truly is. Just being able to live a happy, drama-free life without someone yelling and screaming about something that doesn't matter, pitching fits and temper tantrums, and being ungrateful. Yeah, bring on the 5s and the 6s with great bodies who are kind, loving, supportive, soft, caring, who's going to support me, be there for me. Someone who say, hey baby, can I get you something to eat? Can I rub your back? Is there anything that I can do to make your day a little bit easier? And women will have the audacity to say that a man that wants to be treated kindly and sweet is a princess. He wants to be a princess. And I think that is just asinine, and it goes to the fact that most women don't really want men in relationships. They want financial help and someone that they can emotionally beat up on.
Shout out to my brother Chill with Will in the building. Salutations to you too, brother. He say Andre and Andre. He say chat family. He say men are choosing peace and self-improvement. Absolutely correct. Now we can be honest for a second. Let's be honest for a second. We know that there are a series of men that use their passport, and the last thing on their mind is peace. They trying to get a peace. They're not trying to have peace. Say that again. There are a lot of men that are out there trying to get a piece with their passport. Piece of coochie, piece of booty, trying to see what her head game is like. Nothing wrong with that, right? They rarely find peace. I have rarely seen guys do videos. Have you ever noticed that? I've never seen a YouTuber that go out there and run out there and talk about always getting a piece of coochie and talk about having peace at the same time. I've never seen one. Not one. I can't name the content creator that always talks about the women, always talks about you can fly here and get this coochie, you can fly there and get that coochie, and then they talk about peace at the same time. They never do. They don't talk about pay for play and being respected at the same time. I've never seen one. Never seen a content creator talk about, I went out here and I bought all these women and they respected me. Never. I mean, if it's out there, you could drop it in the comment section, but I've never seen it. Each one of us are flying to these other countries for two forms of peace. Some guys are flying out there only for a piece of coochie, and some guys are flying to other countries for actual peace. And it doesn't have to be from a woman. It could be that that country gives them peace, or the community, or the culture, or the food, or the atmosphere gives them a peace about themselves that they didn't have when they were back home in Canada and they were stressed the heck out, or in UK, or in the United States, or in Australia, and they were stressed out. And then they moved to DR, and it wasn't because the DR women were so fine, but because they had so much peace just living on the island, and got that island peace that caused them to slow down their lives and just enjoy life for what it is. So when I say peace, and the other brothers say peace on this video, it's not just about getting a lady that gives you peace or allows you to keep your peace, but it's also going to other locations, man, that you like, man, dude, I love walking out into the middle of the ocean, you know, or swimming out, and I'm just looking at the sunset, bruh. I love that, bruh. I purposely don't turn around. I don't want to see the beach. I don't want to see the people on the beach. I don't want to see the land. I don't want to see the people behind me on land. I just want to be in the ocean, and I love with the feeling of, or lake, and I love that feeling of the water all around me, and I'm watching the sun it's just me and God. It's as if that beach behind me doesn't exist. The world behind me doesn't exist. All I'm hearing is just the little waves of the water and maybe a few fish jumping here and there. But the peace that I get from watching the sun go down, if I'm just standing waist high or if I'm out there swimming, it just gives me so much peace that my wife, I'm not looking for her to give me that peace. Sometimes it's the location that can give you peace. But they don't tell you that. They gonna keep telling you to get a piece of pussy. They gonna tell you that if you keep on getting coochie, you gonna have peace. And I ain't never met one. All you dudes that have done pay for play over and over again, every country you go to, have you ever noticed that you had fun, but you ain't never got peace? Maybe the location gives you peace, but I'm talking about from women. Have you ever noticed that even how those women spoil you, they cook for you, they clean for you, they do this, they give you good sex, you pay them, all that good stuff. I never hear y'all talk about peace. Never. I've never heard any of you pay for play brothers talk about having peace and or respect. I'm not looking for you to talk about love, but you never talk about, man, sleeping with 100 chicks has given me so much peace. I believe that every woman I've slept with respects me. How do I know? I've been there. I've been in your shoes. Stop acting like I've always been married, okay? All right, yeah, I know my stories. But I can tell you, I never see you guys talk about peace. I'll be wondering, do y'all have peace? Y'all got money. Y'all get a piece of coochie, but I never see you dudes that get with straggler chicks, party girl. Dude, let's say you're not paying for it. Let's say you're only dealing with party girls that every time you come to a country or island, you get to sleep with them every time you come. I never see y'all talk about having peace with those ladies. And you sleep with them. You've been going to DR and never paid for play, and you got the same party girls or the same scammer chicks that you've been dealing with for 15 years. Y'all don't never tell somebody else to do what y'all do because y'all never talk about having peace. Y'all just talk about getting a piece. Do y'all? I'm serious. I'm asking now. Do y'all even have any peace? Don't lie. Just say to be said. I'm serious. All you do that. I'm just asking inquisitively. I'm not judging. Like I said, this is a barbershop. Don't matter because these cameras got to go off. So who am I to judge somebody, right? But I'm gonna ask a question that has not been asked on social media. Do you dudes that travel and be with a bunch of women, is that peaceful for you? If it is, cool. I'm just asking because I don't know. It wasn't for me. It was fun. It was cool. It was exciting. It was oh so satisfying. But I can't say that at the end of the day, I could compare that to watching a sunset. As fine as them women were, none of them could compete to just watching the sun go down while I was in another country, just thinking about how far I've come in life, how far I've got to go in life, or just sitting in a park somewhere watching a bunch of kids play, watching the exotic birds land on a branch, and just thinking like, man, not even so years ago, I was stuck in the States. Now I'm watching condors and some of the most beautiful exotic birds. I'm watching kids from other cultures just outside playing in different languages. I'm watching the sun go down over the ocean. I still ain't seen nobody put no peace in there. I'm waiting for y'all guys in the comments. Like I said, this is not judgment, but what I'm saying is this is a learning moment for me. I'm serious. This is the true I'm being serious for real, guys. This is a true learning moment for me. I never hear y'all talk about, man, ooh, I just got done smashing 10 paper plays, dog. They gave me so much peace. Satisfaction, yeah. Enjoyment, yeah. Excitement, yeah. But y'all never talk about it like, man, I got so much peace. Every time I go to Colombia, man, I get so much peace from smashing all them chicks. If it does give you peace, cool. But I'm just trying to learn. My man AMSM says this. He say, me at home to myself by myself. You hear that? He said, I hear peace. He said, I hear peace and quiet. He said, you will never get peace from a woman. Absolutely correct. He said, be your own peace. Absolutely correct. Jesus said, his peace I'll leave with you. I never expect Andrea to be my peace. Never. That's not her job. He's 100% correct. I never expect no woman I've been with have I ever expected to be my peace. I expect her not to interrupt the peace that I have. From, like my brother just said, be your own peace. I expect to have a woman in my life that doesn't interrupt or disrupt my peace. But I never look to that person or look to Andrea to be my peace. You're absolutely correct with that one, brother. My brother Black Nubian in the building. He said, peace is my quest. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. And Tori says this. He say, never peace. Wasn't until I got older, me too, that I realized the importance of peace. My man Montrez, he said, been single for many years. He said, I enjoy the peace that I have. Yes, sir. And my brother Rent is due 22. He say, peace and tranquility. Yes, sir. I'm with you, gentlemen, on that. He said, my brother says this with the $5 love once again. Appreciate you. He said, you can get relief and release, skeet, skeet, squirt, squirt. He said, but never peace. Never peace. And like I said, I'm just asking. Let's get back to the video, gentlemen. Just asking.
10 reasons why an American man should marry an OFW. Number 1, cooking skills are next level. Forget fast food. She'll whip up adobo, sinigang, or lumpia that'll make you question every meal you've had before her. Bonus, she'll teach you how to eat with your hands, Filipino style. Number 2, financially independent. OFWs knows how to hustle. She's got a steady income, knows how to save, and can budget better than your accountant. You're not just dating her, you're dating financial stability. Number 3, she speaks your language and 3 more. Fluent in English, Tagalog, and maybe another local dialect. Dating her, you've got a personal translator and cultural tour guide in one. Number 4, family-oriented as fuck. Get ready to meet the entire family on video call. If you're lucky, her mom will even give you a recipe for her secret pancit.
Just in case you guys are wondering what OFW is, that is the overseas Filipino worker. It's the average woman in the Philippines, or the average Filipino woman. I said worker, but woman.
Number 5, she's tough as nails. OFW are resilient, whether it's handling
She's married to a brother. They're in the States right now. They just, after so many years of living in the Philippines, they moved to the States, and she is trying to adjust, but she doesn't seem happy. This energy that she has here, that's in the Philippines. You could tell when you look at their latest videos on their Instagram, her energy has changed. It's a lot more serious. It's not as fun. And I could tell that she misses her family, and she misses her food, and she misses her country. She loves her husband. She loves everything about being with him. Don't get it twisted. She's not becoming westernized, but she realizes, like, man, this ain't the Philippines. This is the United States.
homesickness or balancing multiple jobs. She'll teach you what grit really look like. Number 6, unmatched loyalty. Filipinas are the queen of commitment. Once you're in her circle of trust, she'll stick by you through thick and thin. Just don't mess it up. Number 7, built-in personal nurse. OFW are often caregiving or nursing rules. So if you ever catch a cold, she'll have you wrapped in a blanket, sipping ginger tea, and back on your feet in no time.
That's true. And she made a good point when she said overseas Filipino women. Overseas. Not the ones that are in the States, actually, but the ones that are overseas treat you like this.
Number 8, master on DIY solutions. She'll fix a leaky faucet, build IKEA furniture without instructions, and make a 5-star dinner all in one day. MacGyver got nothing on her. Number 9, she'll keep you in shape. Love carbs? She'll make you work for those rice and egg breakfasts with her non-stop energy and knack for adventures. Number 10, the best sense of humor. OFW can find humor in anything, and she'll laugh at your worst jokes, then roast you in the sweetest way possible. And remember, most importantly, don't get a Filipina girlfriend. You're welcome.
Go finesse, go cheat, go rob, go tell lies, go manipulate. We're too hot and fine for this. Y'all should be outside.
Please do not ever, under any circumstances, ever, and I cannot stress this enough, clean up a man's place of living. Don't do it. Don't do it if he asks. Don't do it if you feel compelled to do so.
Meanwhile,
as we all know that our country has so much to offer, and in my province as well.
Now, you just saw average American women say, don't do all this for no man. We're about to hear a woman in the Philippines in the middle of a beauty pageant says what she, confirming what we've already knew about women in the Philippines, thanks to our brothers that are over there. She's going to tell what she would do. Shout out to Anita.
We have so many tourists, incredible tourist destination, and I would love to date that, foreign man at first to drop by to my home because we would have the time to share a simple yet sumptuous home-cooked meal prepared by my mama. And I know that through that moment, he will know and experience that much hospitality and how incredible Filipino are. And I think that is the reason why they will not just visit, but they will keep coming back to Philippines for us Filipina and for our food. Thank you.
The older a man gets, the more he values peace over beauty. He knows a pretty girl will only be beautiful for a while, but a peaceful gal will be beautiful for life. A man settles where he has peace, not necessarily where he has beauty. I will say this. I do think that the higher end of beauty is equivalent to the lower end of peace. The prettier the woman, the more the drama. My opinion, my experience. Trouble.
Women actively talk about how they don't want to settle. And I promise you, if a lot more men were honest and transparent, you would see that they settled for you.
I believe most men settled.
I think more men are starting to realize there has to be something more than just looks that's going to sustain this relationship.
If you go to a man right now that's probably the average man, not minimum wage, but he doing well for himself or whatever, but then he win like the lottery tomorrow, I guarantee, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, maybe 7, 8 times out of 10, he not staying with that one. Man,
Do you guys think that's true? Do you guys think that if most men won the lottery tomorrow, they've been married to that woman 10, 15 years? 10, 15 years. If you won the lottery tomorrow, would you still be with your woman? My man Black Nubia said in America, yeah. He said no. He said, I think it's true. Most men would leave their women. We've heard it happen before. I mean, it's not like we haven't heard it before where a woman have left the man or the man had left the woman because they won the lottery. In other words, I know, right? In other words, of stone cold, hell yeah, I'm leaving. Most men say they'll leave. He said, I think most men would stay with their, you do? I think most men would stay with their woman. You know what, son? I've seen cases where men won lotteries and they stayed with their wives. I've seen cases where men won lotteries and left their wives. So it could be either or. That's true. It could be either or. He said, yes, because we are programmed that money will fix all a man's problems. Most are blue pill. This is true. That's true, Tori. It's true. Shout out to Law Dog in the building. Law Dog said this. He said, some guys will stay just for the money, even though they are miserable. They don't know better. That's true. Some guys just don't know any better. They've been programmed to stay in misery. He said, I've been married for 21 years. Shout out to you, brother. He said, and I would have given her a severance package, then move somewhere else in the world. Here's your share, baby. I'm out. I can agree with that. Raymond said this. He said, I think it depends on what kind of woman she is. This is so true. So true. My man Easy in the building says this. He said, I got it. He said, I got it. I got it. I got it, teacher. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad that you got it, brother. You got it made. I'm glad you got it made. Seriously. Let's get back to the video.
Shout out to my boy Cliff. He always say all women is headaches.
Why Eastern European women are better partners to build family.
Eastern European women are much more family oriented. They're focused on strong familial values. They're focused on respect and telling the truth and not playing games, okay, not cheating, being a good wife, being feminine, being elegant, etc. A lot of the traditional roles that you would have seen about 50 years ago in the United States, okay, those still exist in Eastern Europe and in South America. Okay, so it's a 9-day difference from the Western women in the United States versus Eastern women in a country like Ukraine. To grab my best converting Tinder opener for free, check out the link in the bio.
A woman who is broke and never been to college but is fine as hell, can cook, has good nurturing skills, good in bed, will always get the better man than the woman who makes hella bread, is hella accomplished, but she is totally out of touch with her womanly side and role. It's women right now making tons of money, A+ credit, business rolling, while you're gone at work all day. Your man is cheating with a woman who's unemployed and makes him feel like a man.
Fellas, a lot of these beautiful women that y'all see, nobody's approaching her. The prettier she is, the less people are approaching. Just say hello.
When a woman says, oh, they don't want me independent because I don't gotta take his ish. Basically, what she's saying is that if I have my own everything, I can talk to you any kind of way. It means I can have other men. I got my own money, got my own car. That right there should disqualify a woman from being the wifey, the face card. We as women should all be functioning as adults. Money, credit, transportation, housing, that's called being a grown adult.
This is a huge reason why men love foreign women. Foreign women, unlike Western women, are actually taught from a young age on how to treat men properly. Western culture, women are raised with entitlement and they're only taught on what to expect from men, not on how they should treat men. Men are only taught on how to treat women, but not on what they should expect in return from women.
Tell me something that Colombian women do that other women can learn from.
Okay, so Colombian, we're always very presentable wherever we go, so we always make sure that our hair is clean, that our hair is done even if we go into the grocery store. So I think that's like a difference. Oh, we're always retouching our makeup, or you get like always like lip tint, always making sure that we actually put together all the time.
She is 100% correct. I kid you not. Andrea might take, and some of you guys, ladies in South America, might take 45 minutes to do their hair, get their outfit together, take another shower. Today, all this. Shampoo hair, blow dry it, make sure it's styled just right. Bruh, just to go to the Price Mart around the corner. Price Mart is South America's version and the island's version of Sam's Club. Andrea is probably there maybe an hour at the most. At the most. At the most. That is Colombian women in a nutshell. The simplest tasks. But we can have a doctor's appointment just for a regular everyday checkup. Bruh, you see how we hard bottom shoes on, heels. Dude, we going to a doctor's appointment. Button down shirt for me. She wearing a dress. Yeah, T-Mac. Shout out to T-Mac. He's like Costco's. Correct. That's what Price Mart is like. When this young lady says that Colombian women are always touching up their makeup, even though they don't wear heavy makeup, it's rare that you see a Colombian woman that wears heavy makeup like in the States. But they'll touch up their lip balm or their lipstick. They'll make sure that their little blush is just right or eyeliner. And bruh, you just going to Exito. You just going to the grocery store. You see women in their 60s that do that. They got to make sure their hair looking all just right. Now, if you go into some areas, you might see bonnets, but that's like in the impoverished areas. So, you know. But 99% of the time, Colombian women, yeah, I just say South American women in general. The one thing that I can say that their grooming skills, yeah, on point. They will not come to the airport to pick you up in pajamas. That's not gonna happen. He said, Andre, do you ever dress down? Yeah. He said, do you wear you probably wear Nike Tech dressing down? No, Colombia is Adidas country, you know. South America's Adidas continent, you know, because of football, soccer. So I wear more Adidas than I do Nike products. But yeah, like even if I dress down when I'm hanging around you guys. But like most of the time, dude, it's crazy. I could go to the grocery store dressed like I'm dressing for church. And I just blend right in. Ain't nothing special about me and nothing. Just blend right on in. That's one thing about living in Colombia. You gonna get your grooming. You gonna have your groom game. You either gonna have polo shirts. Shout out to T-Mac. Always rocking the polos. You gonna have button downs. And you gonna have a good collection of t-shirts. Now your button down shirts might be short sleeve, comfortable. You might have your polo shirts. But I'm telling you, man, you feel kind of odd if you dress like, let's say I want to wear a pair of shorts, right? We're going to a doctor's appointment. It's just doctor's appointment. So I put on some shorts, a nice shirt. I think I'm clean. I got my cologne on, right? I think I'm looking good. Andrea will come out of her room, her bedroom, her studio, and she'll have a dress on. I just turn right back around all the time. Give me a pair of jeans. Go ahead, iron them crisp. Give me a button-down shirt. No logos, no designs. Slip on me a pair of boots. A pair of boots with my jeans. You see what I'm saying? My fashion sneaks. That's another thing that when you become a grown man, you get focused on fashion sneaks, not necessarily brands. These are very comfortable too. And they come in different colors. So you throw on your fashion sneaks. But there are times when, shoot, like you go to a doctor's appointment, go to the grocery store, bam, and you grabbing your hard bottoms. So when I sit back and I say Colombian women grooming, he say, T-Mac say even young dudes that are selling candy are neat with fresh haircuts. Absolutely. That's another thing that I noticed. Most of these young Colombian dudes, they keep a good haircut. That is so true. The brothers, the others, they keep their haircut, man. Every once in a while, you'll see one that ain't got his haircut in a while. But for most part, these young Colombian boys, they keep their haircut, keep the eyebrows done just right. Yes, sir. You're right. Even the older dudes keep their hair just right. Keep well groomed. So if you're going to come to South America, you think that you're going to be able to just pull off. I'm serious, guys. If you think you come to South America and you're going to be able to just always wear a pair of shorts. And I know some of you guys got money, but if you think that you're going to always wear a pair of shorts with your woman, nah, man. You got to get you some nice jeans to bring with you too. Nice jeans, and every once in a while pull out a button down or have a nice polo collection, polo shirts collection. Not polo the brand, but just polo shirts. Yeah, kid you not, they are very, very groomed here. You know they take care of the teeth. So yeah, that's a must do.
What can other women learn from that?
You know how they say Colombians are most beautiful girls in the world? We just care a lot the way we look and the way we present ourselves. So my advice is just, even if you've been married for 50 years, you wake up and be pretty, feel pretty, and then people will see you like that.
Now look at her. Very little to no makeup on to where she looks natural. She makes sure that her hair is nice, brushed nice. Outfit is very fashionable. It doesn't have to necessarily be a brand. Most countries are not like the United States. United States focuses on brand more than we're focusing on style or fashion. Most of the world is centers around style or fashion. They'll take a brand, but for the most part, the average person in Europe, when I was in Europe, their style is crazy. I love the European style. The South American women's style, love their style. The styles that Africans have, I love their style. Many of the styles in Asia. But in America, we're more of a brand. We like the brand, this brand and that brand and this brand. And not to put us down, I'm just saying that we're different from the rest of the world. So you can see this young lady is dressed casual, but yet, and she's beautiful, but yet not a lot of cake up. She's not walking around with cake up on her face. She doesn't have frosting on her face. Layer up on layers upon layers. You don't see, another thing you don't see women, black women in South America whitening their skin. You have skin whitening formula and creams all over the world. How come you don't see it that much in South America? You see more skin whitening in the United States now than you see in South America. The sisters enjoy their complexions, no matter what it is in South America. But you have skin whitening in Asia, skin whitening in parts of Africa, skin whitening in Europe, skin whitening in the States, but you don't see people down in South, black women in South America doing no dang skin whitening. Yeah, these women are they take care of their teeth. Boy, they take care of their teeth. Shower, they're always in the shower. Yeah, that's a gorgeous. Yeah, she's very gorgeous. Typical, and I like how you say that. She's gorgeous and she's typical Colombian. There's nothing that stands out about her among all the women here. And she said something, and that's another thing when they don't know how beautiful they are. She said something, and a lot of guys didn't catch it. She said, it's often said that Colombian women are the most beautiful women in the world. She said, I don't think we're the most beautiful. She said, I think we just care more than about our grooming more than other women. I'm going to bring that back. Let you guys hear that. She said, I think we care about how we look, how we present ourselves more than women in many other countries. I'm paraphrasing. Yes, sir. Chocolate Sisters of Colombia with curves and are working out. Absolutely correct. Shout out to Montrez. Let me bring back that beat in regards to what she was stating.
And we're always very presentable wherever we go. So we always make sure that our hair is clean, that our hair is done, even if we're going to the grocery store. So I think that's like...
Shout out to the ladies with the collarbones. I know collarbones are extinct in the United States. I know you got to go to museums to see a collarbone. I know you got to go to where they have skeletons in Halloween. That was the last time y'all saw a collarbone in the United States. I know collarbones are not familiar. Shout out to the ladies that are rocking the collarbones around the world.
A difference. Oh, we're always retouching our makeup, or you get like always like lip tint, always making sure that we actually put together all the time.
What can other women learn from that?
You know how they say Colombians are most beautiful girls in the world? I just think we just care a lot the way we look and the way we present ourselves. So my advice is just, even if you've been married for 50 years, you wake up and be pretty, feel pretty, and then people will see you like that.
What's your name? What's your age? And where are you from?
I'm Kimberly. I'm from Colombia and I'm 28. I know I look 20, but 20.
Guess the top 5 countries that shower the most.
Okay, well, I'm going to put the U.S. on that list.
Unfortunately, the U.S. is not on the list.
Italy.
Okay, come on. Name the top 5 countries that shower the most. The ladies are showering, making sure they're getting that water. Shout out to the collarbone. In the United States, you're going to see neck bones, chicken bones, turkey bones. You're going to see pig feet bones, oxtail bones in the United States, but you dang sure ain't going to find that many collarbones. You're going to see the bones of chicken wings. You'll see the bones of the chicken thighs. But in the United States, you'd be hard pressed to find a woman and see collarbones. Shout out to the gorgeous collarbones. He say Shower Law Dog said Brazil. He got Brazil on the list. We got Colombia. Okay, come on. Who else? What other countries? Give me 3 more countries, guys. We already got Colombia. We already got Brazil. What other countries must be on that list? Ham hocks. Yep. We got Brazil. He said Brazil, Peru, Switzerland, and Japan. That is a good call. We got Brazil and Colombia. T-Mac said Brazil and Colombia got to be on the list. Jermaine just gave his 5 routes. He gave Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Switzerland, Japan. Let me find out you saw this before. No Western countries. No. America's not. Spain. We got Spain up there. Give me one more, guys. Come on. Shout out to Chalupe in the building. He said, when I'm in Cali, he said, the chica I have showers at least 2 times a day. And that's the least part, yup. Because if they go to the gym, that's they shower before the gym and shower after the gym. We got Spain. We got Portugal. He said the entire South America for real. Philippines. Let's take a look. Gentlemen. Let's hear what they have to say.
Italy is number 4 on the list.
As they should be.
Aperitivo requires aroma control.
Let's Go Canada.
Also not on the list.
Is Brazil on the list?
Brazil is number 1 on the list.
I didn't know this.
The post-beach rinse is mandatory.
France?
France is on the list at number 5.
Give me a hint.
Surf, sweat, shower.
That's the only thing that I don't agree with on this list. There is no way in hell France is number 5. There is no way on earth. France is famous for not taking showers. There are articles that you can pull up right now about France not taking showers, about the French. So this list with France number 5, hell no. Hell no. I know, right? That's wrong. That part is wrong. I'll take Italy. Okay, cool. Being number 4. But France number 5? No, man. India. I would have said India. I looked up several lists, and the other lists had India in the top. Yes, sir. I would have said India. France is capped. Yes, sir. Yeah. He said, hell no. Yeah, and if you've ever been to France, yeah. He said, plus the women in France don't shave. Yeah, that's true too. Shout out to my man Real CP Show in the building. He said that has some French in his background. Probably that. Could be that. And Zen says this. He said they don't even wash their hands. Man, you guys are calling all of the facts. That's so true. The French do give off an odor. Yes, they do. So we all know about that being capped.
Repeat.
Talking about Australia.
Australia is number 3.
I mean, they live at the beach.
Beach culture equals rinse culture.
What continent?
Think the best female genetic.
Now, I would have put, and on the other list I saw was Japan. I looked up several lists, and they had Japan in the top 5. I looked up the list of the top 20. I looked up the list of the top 30. And what I saw was Japan was in the top 5.
Genetics.
It has to be Colombia.
Colombia is number 2 on the list, 1.6 to 1.9 times a day.
They always surprise me in the best ways, Colombia. You know that?
Humidity means frequent resets.
Oh, I love a nice frequent reset.
Follow for more lists.
Why don't French people use deodorant? You guys have probably heard on this app that Europe doesn't have any AC, and that's one thing that doesn't shock me anymore. So I prepare myself to be hot. But the one thing I cannot get over, especially when I come to France, is the level of funk that is exuding from these people. I'm in Paris right now for Men's Fashion Week, and I have been in cars all morning from like 7 a.m. until like an hour ago. So I was with my friends having drinks, and I said, you know what? Let me take the train. I get on the train, bro. Everyone around smells like onions on a hot day and a bowl of spoiled eggs roasting inside of spoiled milk. What the fuck? Y'all don't smell yourselves? Like, serious question. Like, it's 75 degrees, but it's like 100% humidity. That car smelled like thick funk. You don't smell yourself? Like, wow. My nose is offended and it wants to call the cops. Fucking wash yourself. Bye.
These are 3 reasons why you need to go find a Colombian woman right now. And what I mean by right now, I mean like after you finish watching this video, go do your research and yeah, go get right. Number 1, we do everything for you. Cooking, cleaning, you name it. I mean, we do it. Number 2, people think we're crazy.
Have you ever noticed how these women from these beautiful women from these foreign countries take pride in the fact that they do things for their families? We just saw earlier the one young lady on the beauty pageant saying that, hey, my family will cook for you, do this for you, do that for you, make sure the house is clean. We've been hearing beautiful, gorgeous women in other countries say that the whole evening. To whereas a young lady that looks like these, first of all, a beauty pageant contestant in the States would never talk about taking care of a family. A cute Colombiana like this young lady here in the States would never talk about taking care of a family and cooking and doing everything for her man. Stateside women are literally not groomed to think like that. I don't know why we think that they are, but they aren't, guys. Our women have never been groomed to think about the family over the last maybe 30, 40 years. 30, 40 years. These women take pride. The Filipino women that we've been watching take pride in saying, I'm there for my family. I'll do this, I'll do that. We do this, we do that. They brag about it. The other thing is they downplay how beautiful they are. I think one of the things that some of us are learning, I know I've learned since I've been here in Colombia, to be comfortable with the fact that these women in South America are beautiful. To be comfortable around gorgeous women in the gym, gorgeous women in church, gorgeous women at the grocery store. You as a man, you notice them like, oh my gosh, she's fine. But as living here, you have to become comfortable with the fact that most of these women don't realize how gorgeous they are. They just don't. Many do, but not most. And they always compare themselves to the next Brazilian, or they compare themselves to the next Colombian or the next Peruvian. Oh, I'm okay. I'm not that pretty. I'm not. My sister, she's a pretty one. You will never hear women that are attractive in the United States downplay their beauty. They'll go on TikTok and talk about, okay, here we go. What country have y'all been to that talk about pretty privilege more than the West? Western women have beautiful women. We have beautiful women in the UK, beautiful women in United States, so forth and so forth. We always talk about that there is such thing as pretty privilege, don't we? Until you go to countries or continents with gorgeous women, there is no pretty privilege. Dang near everybody is pretty. There is no privilege in the Philippines to be had. There is no privilege in Thailand. There is no privilege in South Africa, parts of Spain, parts of Portugal, parts of Italy, parts of Finland. They don't talk about pretty privilege in Finland, in Austria, in Peru, in Brazil. There's no such animal. Nobody talks like that. They know that there are some extremely gorgeous actresses or models and things like that. But at the end of the day, the average Colombiana that's gorgeous, she don't talk like, yes, I'm the gorgeous one. So therefore, you should worship me and put me in a Lamborghini. You should cash app me because I'm a beautiful Colombiana. Colombian women know ain't nobody gonna be foreigners. That's why Colombian men be laughing at us. Because we dumb enough to go to Western Union for this beauty. We're stupid enough to cash app a chick. But these dudes that live in these countries, they already know, wait a minute, it's too much beauty, dog, to be cash apping a chick in Peru, Dog. No. Don't be sending no money to Ecuador. It's too many beautiful women in Ecuador to be cash apping them. Stop sending money to these Brazilian chicks. It's too many fine Brazilian chicks that you don't need to be. Local dudes be telling you. They be laughing at us, dog. When you live here, you get to know how much dudes laugh at us, because they be like, to them, they like, that's regular Magali. She ain't nobody special. How'd she get a motorcycle? Oh, her foreign boyfriend bought it. Oh, I got it. Her foreign boyfriend. Because the 5 boyfriends that she had in Colombia, they knew. I ain't buying her no motorcycle. You crazy. Yeah, guys, I kid you not. These women just don't know their beauty. Or they just don't hang their hats on their beauty like women in our home countries do. He said, let the Western women continue to live in ignorance. That's a good way of putting it. Let's go back to the video, gentlemen.
Crazy. I don't think we are. I think we're just crazy in love, and if we feel a passion, it's just passion. That's all it is. We're not crazy. That's the misconception there. We're not crazy. We love you. That's all. Number 3, you'll never get bored. I mean it. We're the funniest people, and we always make you laugh. You'll always have a good time with us. Like, there's just no other better option out there. I'm sorry.
One of the reasons why Passport Bros, prefer to date us, because they want to find a real woman that would respect them, that would let them to be the man that they should be, like to be the leader,
the provider.
And most of us Filipina, we respect that. We're very family oriented, and also we're more feminine and more traditional, I would say. We Filipina, we know how to cover our role as a wife, and we let our men to lead us in our household. But some Western women, they think that's too old-fashioned. Women should pursue their...
I mean, these women take pride in being there for their family. Because even if it's you or her, she look at you like a family. I'm gonna say that again. Some of you guys don't realize this. Even when it's just you and her, she sees you and her as a family. That's why a lot of these women in these other countries don't want to be dealing with dudes that play games, or you looking for a scammer chick, or you looking for her to be a party girl, or you looking for her to somebody that you'll be a pay for play with. There are a lot of women like, hold up, that ain't me. You need to go on that side, make a left. You won't miss them. There's a lot of women out there like that. But as for me, that ain't me. There are a lot of women that in these countries will let you know, I am not some party chick that you could just party on. If you want to get some of them, make a left. Go down the street, make a left. There's a lot of spots down there where you can get you some raggedy party chicks. But there are women like this young lady that enjoy the life of spoiling their man and treating you like you're a family. They love it. It's not like this. It's not like women in the States like, y'all treating them like slaves and this and that and that. Here we go. Y'all ready? I need for men to come to a conclusion. Shout out to my brother, Julian. Julian said, I'm not settling for anything. Shout out to Julian on the Cash App with the $25, I mean, with the $15 love. Appreciate you, brother. He said, I'm not settling. I'm not selling for America, that is. Shout out to you with the $15 love, Julian. One thing that they've been trying to shame us for the last 40 years, guys, that men benefit more in marriage than women. Well, men benefit more in marriage than women. I'm going to tell you something, and I've said this before, but I'm going to say this again. According to the Bible, this is my first time bringing this into scripture. According to the Bible, you're supposed to benefit more from marriage. She's a helpmeet. She assists you through this thing called life. She was created to be there for you. Don't you ever feel shamed about it. Women in the United States will try to, in the West, will try to westernize women around the world, will try to make you feel bad for your woman being there for you. According to the Bible, she's supposed to be. Just like you're there for her, she's supposed to be there as a helpmeet. That's her calling, her position is to do what this young lady is doing for her man. That's her calling. It's not like this young lady is doing something that's not biblical. All the things that Andrea does for me is biblical. It is her calling to be a helpmeet, just like it's my calling to be a provider, protector, problem solver in the penis or the intimacy in her life. Same thing with you guys. Don't you ever let American women try to coerce you into thinking that marriage is supposed to be for women. No, it ain't. Marriage is supposed, it was set up so men could benefit. So men, Adam was the one that God said, hey, you want me to hook you up? Was it Eve or Adam that got hooked up? Oh, it was Adam that got the hook up? So any of you guys that they try to shame you into thinking that it's supposed to be 50-50 benefit, it ain't. According to the Bible, it ain't. She's supposed to help meet your needs, to help you not be in God gives you the peace. She's supposed to make sure that that peace is not interrupted by anyone, by her or anybody else. God gave you a vision for the family. According to the Bible, that says, without a vision, my people perish. She's supposed to be there to help you with your vision as you're there. And part of the vision is her vision too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying your woman doesn't have a place and you don't have a place in her life for progression. Me and Andrea focus on each one of our goals. But yes, marriage was set up for men to benefit more. Don't you ever feel shame about that. Ever. When a woman on TikTok, if a woman ever says to me, yeah, men benefit more from marriage anyway. Yeah, according to the Bible, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to benefit. You guys and me in the States have been programmed by our mamas, our aunties, our female cousins, sisters, female co-workers, that if it ain't even, something wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If it benefits me, ain't nothing wrong with it. Why? Because you need me. See, here's the kicker. You benefit me, and in exchange, I make sure that you have provision, a protector, a problem solver, because that's what Adam was, a problem solver, and the intimacy, the penis. In exchange, you make sure to be my helpmeet. Well, I ain't gonna be no man's helpmeet. I can see that. I can see that in you, ma'am. Ma'am, I can see that you're not gonna be somebody's helpmeet. I'm never surprised that a woman that said, I'm too independent. Yeah, you are independent. I'd be better off alone. I can see you be better off alone, ma'am. I can see a woman like you just getting smashed throughout your days. I can see you getting smashed throughout your days. And I mean, I think this is the first time I really emphasized about this part. Don't you ever feel shamed. And I'm not saying be one of them dudes that rule with an iron hand type of relationships. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in this argument of whether men or women benefit more in marriage, it should be the man. If your woman is benefiting more than you in your relationship, you're in the wrong relationship. If you feel like you're getting no benefit with her in the relationship, you're in the wrong relationship. According to the Bible, she should be your helpmeet. In exchange, she gets the provider, the protector, the problem solver, and the penis, meaning the intimacy. The Bible says, love her as Christ loved the church by providing those things. And it says in the next verse, as Christ gave his life for the church. So as a provider, protector, and problem solver, you're giving the hours, the resources, the provision to this woman. In exchange, she's being a helpmeet. In exchange, marriage benefits you more. so you can be able to do these things for her and the kids. If a woman is tearing you down and you still trying to be the problem solver, provider, protector, and the penis, it's hard. You walking backwards uphill. Like I said, I'm not saying it in a way like, yes, I'm the ruler of this house and what I say, I'm not saying it like that at all. But when women say marriage benefit men more, yes, it does. It's supposed to. When they say men who are married live longer, we should live longer than single men. Yes. Or men that are in solidified relationships also. You may not be married, but you're in a good relationship. You should live longer. You got a woman right there serving you healthy foods. When you're outside the United States, you're getting meals like this man is getting. You should live longer. They say men that are married, especially to women in other countries, live a less stressed life. When you're married to the right woman in the right country from the right culture, we are supposed to live less stressed than American men. Dude, my life is my life is not perfect at all, but it is nowhere near as stressful as what you guys go through. And some of you guys got money. And you are far more stressed out than I am. Far more. And I mean, if you're in a relationship and you are single, if they put us on a stressometer, believe you me, if there was such thing as a stressometer, most American men are far more stressed out than those of us who date women from other countries. That's why the divorce rate for American men is between 55 to 60%, and the divorce rate for men that marry women in other countries is 15 to 20%. That's not a coincidence. You know why? Because the women in other countries know that they are helpmeet and they have no problem with being that. Now, mind you, I'm not talking about the party girls. I'm not talking about pay for play. I'm not talking about beautiful bottom feeders that dudes fall in love with. I'm not talking about the girls that come from that ain't nobody ever been married in a family. I'm not talking about those ladies. Those ladies are a different breed. I'm talking about the quality women in these countries. When you have a quality woman, you're supposed to benefit more than her. Why? Because usually you're giving more than her. You're giving provision. You're giving resources. In other words, provision. You're giving protection. You're putting your life on the line if something goes bump downstairs. You're the one that's going downstairs. Any problems, she's coming to ask you. Any problems you have, you have to suck it up and focus on how to resolve those problems. And in exchange, your woman is supposed to meet your needs. So you can focus on being those four things that I just mentioned on her behalf and on behalf of the family and things like that. But American women will try to shame you and make you feel bad because, dude, I do not feel bad because Andre's my helpmeet. At all. Y'all know if Andre was sitting right here, I would say the same thing. Marriage benefits men more. It benefits women. It benefits men more. It opens up doors for men more statistically. You can study throughout human history. Men that were married have started more of the successful businesses. Not saying that men that haven't been married haven't. Most of the successful businesses were started by men that were married. I didn't say that they were all happily married, but by men that were married. Most generals or military men that have worked their way to the top, in many cases, were married. In most countries. Most successful people in agriculture are married farmers around the world. Why is that? All these successful men throughout human history that were married or were in, let's say not married, but solidified, solid relationships, what was the benefit? They knew that the woman was their helpmeet. The woman wasn't the provider, but the woman was the helpmeet. In other words, she takes care of this so you can take care of that. Even in the Amazon jungle, we knew that. It wasn't a woman out there chasing Black Panthers. It was the husbands. And what were the women doing while the husbands were chasing panthers and tigers and bears and whatever it may be they be hunting? The women would be back in the village being helpmeets. You'll never see me, you will never see me shamed. I don't care if I was in the front of a bunch of women and they like, well, I'd never get married. It only benefits men. It should. I'll never get married. See what he said? According to the Bible. Are you a Christian? Yes. According to the Bible, it says that Eve was sent along for Adam's benefit, not for Eve. God did not create Eve for Eve's benefit. I'm gonna try to find myself, Adam. I'm gonna come back to the garden after I find myself. I discover who I am as a queen. God didn't create Eve for that. According to the Bible, God said, listen, it is not right for a man to be doing all this alone. He did not say it was right for a man to be lonely. There's a difference between doing things alone and doing it, or you having a woman because you're lonely. God didn't say Adam was lonely, did it? He said it's not good for a man to do this alone. So he created a what? A helpmeet. For whose benefits? Eve's? She wasn't around. Adam's benefit. So he ain't got to do this alone. Now, mind you, I cherish my wife. A lot of guys don't cherish their woman. I cherish my woman. A lot of you guys do. Cherish your woman. She's valuable to you. But at the end of the day, there are women in other countries that have no problems with shining. This woman is shining as she's cooking a meal for her man. She ain't got no problem with the term help me, being there for her man. I don't know why we men in the United States got a problem with realizing that your woman was created and all these women globally were created, and whatever woman you're dating seriously and you're being there for her, she's supposed to be there for you. You're not supposed to do everything alone. She's the helpmeet. She's the helpmeet. Don't feel ashamed for it, guys. And I'm not saying it in a way, like I said, you could take this, clip this, and all the American men, the simps, and all the gay guys in the United States gonna sit back and say this, and all the baby mamas in the United States gonna say, see how the passport bros go over there and they just turn them women into slaves. They turn them women into slaves, got the women convinced that they are supposed to be married for them, for their benefit. And as soon as I say, well, are you a Christian or Muslim, sister? Because the Islamics open the Bible just as much as they open the Quran. So are you Islamic or Christian? Are you Catholic? Well, let's look at Genesis chapter 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Eve was made for Adam. Maybe it was a 50-50 split. But according to my Bible, men, you are supposed to benefit more. Let the stats be what they are. You do live longer. They say that a man that's married, when it comes to how your drive is, when it comes to your career or your job or whatever endeavor you go off into, military, they say statistically, when a man gets married, his drive, just your drive to be there for your family, is equivalent to getting a master's degree. I'll never forget when I came across that stat. It's equivalent to getting a man. Now, mind you, we're not saying that there's something wrong with being a single man, because all of us have been there, or not having a girlfriend. There's something wrong with not having a girl. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just talking about, I'm taking a window of time to talk about the benefits of being in a solidified relationship, whether you got you a good girlfriend or a couple good girlfriends, or you have a wife. You're supposed to benefit. Don't feel shamed because you're benefiting. You're supposed to, according to the Bible. You're supposed to. Throughout human history, men and women have never had a problem with playing their role. It's just modern over the last 50 years. This modern movement has caused us men to think, wow, no, baby, I don't benefit from marriage that much. It's 50-50. You benefit, I benefit. Happy wife, happy life. That's not scriptural. Name the other countries that say happy wife, happy life, other than the West, other than Canada, UK, United States, Australia, maybe a few European countries. Nobody uses that term. Nobody uses that term. Every other traditional country already knows that if dad's not stable, at peace, the harvest is not going to come in like it should. If dad is not at ease, we can feel his energy throughout the house. My house is not ran in the sense of I'm running around with an iron hand. But I've got enough sense to know, according to my Bible, marriage is supposed to benefit me first. And as it's benefiting me, I can benefit the family like Adam did. Even though they got kicked out the garden, they still had kids that they raised, didn't they? Did not Adam and Eve have a farm afterwards? How do you know? Okay. I'm going to tell you how we knew Adam and Eve had a farm after they got kicked out the garden. Remember their two sons, right? Cain and Abel. One of them took care of the animals. You can go look it up. The other one had what? A farm. What did God say to Cain? The Bible says Cain came with an offer to God that was, Abel gave God the best fruit from his farm. It said Cain got jealous. God didn't take my offer from the farm. He liked my brother's offer. God came conscious. Say, hey, Cain, all you got to do is offer the best that you have. You good. What did Cain do? Went and killed his brother and buried him where? In the farmland, in the family farm. What's my point? Adam still took care of his family to the point that they grew up. They had kids. They built farmland. They had livestock. So it wasn't like they were kicked out the garden. It was like, woe is me, we poor. We ain't gonna never have anything. Everything is just ruined. God told Adam that, oh, your curse is that you're gonna be working. You're gonna be working. Eve, your curse is gonna come through childbirth. Oh, the pains of childbirth. When these women try to tell you it's something wrong with marriage benefiting you as a man the most, don't y'all fall for that. After this live stream, and I mean this, after this live stream, you guys need to ChatGPT it or go to DeepSeek or go wherever you got to go, Google it, and you need to look up the benefits of marriage or relationships for men and seek women in other countries that'll give you those benefits with ease. Don't hide from the fact that you will live longer if you got a woman in your life. Embrace it. I don't hide from the fact that I get all these benefits. Are you crazy? Do you think I would get married if there were no benefits in it? Do you think Ronan would be with his girl if there were no benefits in it? Do you think Richie Mack would be with his girl if there were no benefits in it? What about all the other brothers that are married to ladies around the world? You think that we'd be married to these women and there were no benefits? Oh, just sex? Nah, brother, that's just one inkling of a benefit. I'm so serious, guys. Accept and embrace the fact that marriage was set up to benefit you, dad, you, unc, you, cuz, you, blood. It was set up to benefit you first. Not you only, but you first. Hey, guys, I'm going to end it with this. You guys still deserve, in other words, the big piece of chicken. And there are countries with women that are waiting to serve you the big piece of chicken. Remember in the United States, there was a time when you was the big piece of chicken. And you was respected for all the hard work that you did. And what did you get when you got home? You know that's your daddy's chair. You know your daddy get the big piece of chicken. Somebody go get your daddy's slippers. Go on get your daddy's newspaper. There was a time where nobody questioned that men benefited from marriage because you gave so many benefits into the marriage or into the relationship as somebody's man. Nobody questioned it. But as women started making money in the West and in other countries, they don't know how to walk and chew bubble gum. They don't know how to have a great career and come home and take care of their man like women in the Philippines do. The one woman we just looked at, this woman knew how to be a beauty pageant contestant. Remember at the beginning of the video, she knew how to be a gorgeous beauty pageant contestant. And when they asked her a question, she was talking about anybody that get with me, he gonna get spoiled with this, he gonna get spoiled with that, he gonna be treated like this, he gonna be treated like that. I like foreign men because I'm gonna do this, that for him. In the middle of a beauty pageant. In other words, she knew her career, and at the same time, she could talk about being there for family. Women in the West, they act like they can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. They act like I'm so tired, I can't be there for my family. But we sit back and we see women around the world come home and still take care of their families. And in many cases, with us Westerners, your woman ain't even got to work full time like she probably did anymore. She can work part time if she want to, because you can pay for everything, or she cannot work at all. So your woman ain't even got to even be out there in them streets as far as stuck in traffic. Your woman ain't got to be stuck in traffic like that if she don't want to. You take care of all the bills. You making sure all the credit cards get taken care of. But at the end of the day, she's making sure that the relationships benefits you first. It benefits her also. I want you to remember this, guys. Marriage benefits men first. It benefits women also. And I know a lot of you guys are in the West. You're thinking like, but what about well, I don't know. Because you haven't spent enough time in enough countries and continents to realize what I'm saying is the norm. What you're thinking is the West. What you're accustomed to and what I was accustomed to is the Westernized thinking. But the other 96% of the planet doesn't live in the West. The rest of the world doesn't think like America. I don't know why we keep fooling ourselves into thinking that. The rest of the world does not think, behave, move. That's why the women in the Philippines and Thailand are laughing at American women when they're like, why are your men flying 8,000 miles to get to us? What are y'all doing wrong in America, ladies? How come y'all can't keep a man, American women? You got women in South Africa going like, y'all must be doing something really bad in America where these men are saving up their money and flying to our country. Talk to us, American women. What are you doing so bad over there? Why can't y'all keep a man? Why can't y'all keep a man, Canadian women? Why can't y'all keep a man? It's other women in other countries that are starting to wake up and realize, wait a minute. We used to think that the guys were coming over because they want the party. No, some of these guys are coming over and they're serious about us. And you're mad because they're serious about us 8,000 miles away. And they couldn't be serious about you, and you only lived 8 minutes away. And American women are pissed because they could not keep thousands upon thousands of men happy, and they only live 8 minutes from you. And the women in Asia are 8,000 miles away, and you're enjoying life with them. And American women are scratching their weaves, trying to understand that. Let's get back to the video, gentlemen. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chats or cash apps. Shout out to my boy Kings and Dream in the building. Crimson Dre, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Shout out to all you guys. Let's get back to the video as this young lady prepares a meal for her man.
Career and all that. They even said that we are just playing the role because we want to get out the poverty, but the fact is we are raised like this. That's our tradition. That's our culture, This
is the brutal truth about most men in relationships. You are putting up with way too much and you are settling because you suck at dating and have no other options. If you could replace her with a more attractive, better behaved woman, you absolutely would in a heartbeat. You've been with her and you care about her as a person because you're a decent guy, and I get that. But at the end of the day, if you had better options for yourself and for your family, you would do that. All of your problems stem from the fact that you suck with women, that you suck at dating, because you would not tolerate bullshit if you were able to replace her. If you want my system on how to do that, click the link in bio.
She doesn't answer your calls because she doesn't want you. She doesn't respond back to your texts because she doesn't like you. Oh, she likes your money. She likes the things that you do for her, and she wants you to continue to do those things. But she doesn't answer your FaceTimes or reach out or give you no cheeks because she's disgusted with you. She's using you for your resources, and you're allowing it to happen because you think one day she's going to change her mind. I promise you, she will never change her mind because the guy that she wants doesn't want her. Come on our Passport Bro trips. Find women who are gorgeous, beautiful, that actually want to be around you, who will actually pick up your calls, who will actually pick up your FaceTimes and respond to your texts. Or continue in your foolish ways trying to get somebody who's not attracted to you because you're not tall enough, or because you don't have enough swag, or because you're not cool enough to love you when they clearly don't. The day for settling is over, gentlemen. The day for traveling is right now.
I fought through a lot of shit, and I've done a lot of shit, but I'll tell you this, one thing I would never do is get fucked over by some girl I was just trying to love. I'm a good dude, you get that? And I don't deserve to be treated like this. So if you can't handle what I got to give, then go be with your list dude.
If I could give y'all any advice, bro, if I could give any man advice, bro, it would be stop being the guy she's settling for. Like, these women ain't thinking about you when they're doing the things that's worse for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these girls, when they're younger in their teens, they be wanting the bad guy, they want the chaos, they want the drug dealer, they want the scammer, they want the guy who ain't got a job, they want the deadbeat dad who's not going to do shit for them or their child. They want all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's now when she's older, geriatric, maybe got a kid or two, maybe took a plan B or two, maybe had an abortion or two. They double back. They come back around. Why is that, Jay? Oh, maybe it's because I grew her to the person she wanted. It's like, bro, no. She's settling for you. She's settling for the guy that is best for her, but wasn't best for her when she was doing the things that was worse for her. Does that make any sense? And y'all be thinking she's with me out of passion. No, she's with you out of convenience, bum ass nigga. and you about to be her retirement plan.
No woman wants to be with a guy who she feels is settling. High value guys have standards. If you're going to be a part of their life, you have to live up to those standards. Meaning, if he doesn't like women who show up late all the time, he's going to let her know. He's going to say it. He might say it in a joking around way, but he's going to get that message across. He's got personal boundaries. The low value guy, he has the attitude of, I'll take whatever I can get. She might not be giving me the best. She might be treating me like I'm her second choice, but I'll take it because I don't want to lose her. I might not find anybody else. He's settling, and he settles in a lot of areas of his life. If you notice it, high value guys are very ambitious. They're trying to go after what they want, not just with women, in other areas. And women can kind of pick up on this. If you're settling in various other areas of your life, chances are you're settling with women, and no woman wants to be with a guy who she feels is settling.
How would you feel if someone said they can tell how much you love yourself by the partner that you've chosen?
Let that sink in. Shout out to T-Mac with the $10 love on the Cash App. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Appreciate you, gentlemen, with the Cash App love. I'm going to drop the link to the Patreon as well. Let's bring that beat back, what she just said. That was a heck of a statement. What if somebody judged you how much you love yourself? If the world judged you by how much you love yourself by the person that's your partner. The partner that you chose is a sign of how much you give a dang about yourself. If your partner is trash, then the world might see you as treating yourself like trash. If your partner good people, the world might see you as thinking that you might be good people. That is a profound statement. What if you were judged? People saw you how you love yourself, in other words.
They're very ambitious. They're trying to go after what they want, not just with women, in other areas. And women can kind of pick up on this. If you're settling in various other areas of your life, chances are you're settling with women, and no woman wants to be with a guy who she feels is settling.
How would you feel if someone said they can tell how much you love yourself by the partner that you've chosen? Okay, yes, kind of a strange thing to say in most cases, but think about it for a second. Would that be a compliment or an insult? Would that statement make you proud? Proud of the love that you've chosen and the treatment that you've accepted? See, when it comes down to it, we accept the love that we think we deserve. So if you're realizing that you might deserve more, you can decide right here, right now, to stop settling for less.
I want you to leave your girlfriend right now if that woman is giving you problems. And here's what I mean, guys. You guys bust your ass all day working hard, then you come home to a woman who what? Doesn't even cook you a decent meal, doesn't even give you peace, doesn't respect you. And don't get this shit twisted, guys. Even if she does work, that's not an excuse. Does she still give you the minimum effort? Does she make you feel like a man? Because at the end of the day, all we want as men is a woman who takes care of us. I'm not talking about how it was back in the day where the man didn't want his woman to work and none of that shit, but in a way that shows some sort of respect and appreciation. If I'm taking you out on dates, giving you my time to cuddle with you, to hold your hand, walk around, and spend my hard-earned money, I would expect the energy to be matched. And what I mean is the effort, at least the effort. So if your girl isn't giving you that, and if she's draining you instead of building you, you need to leave her right now and go out there, improve your life, and actually find a woman who's going to appreciate you and show you some respect.
Why men are tired of dating in America.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Why men are tired of dating in America.
Nobody wants to date me. I want to date you. I find you really attractive and I think that we should go out. Go away.
Because every date feels like a job interview.
A man who is broke or financially challenged or whatever you want to call it, he is not biochemically wired to be able to love you right.
What does that mean?
So what that means is, you know, as a woman, and I
put a dollar value on it. Don't give me the yearbook answer.
At least a minimum of 6 figures. Minimum. They have to prove themselves, pay for everything, and act like their therapist just to maybe get a second date.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this young lady tweeted and said that 80% of men who are single ain't even interested in dating. They not even trying.
Meanwhile, she comes to the date late, she's constantly on her phone, and she tells you that she's still healing. And this doesn't feel like dating for men, it feels like emotional labor.
This is what happens when a man gets tired of being disrespected and underappreciated in the United States dating scene, so he packs his bags and finds better treatment abroad.
Papajitos, you wanna be happy? Get yourself a Colombian with the definition of happiness. We give you love, we cook for you, we support you in all your business, we grow together, we dance salsa, and we enjoy Colombia.
Oh yeah. That's exactly how you feel. When you getting on that flight, or when you get up, when you first land, no matter what country you land, this is how you be looking. This is how you feel. Survey, gentlemen, survey the land.
Since I'm the villain in your story, come be a hero and do something about it. Come on, do something about it. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Since I'm the villain, you come be like them hero ass niggas and get rid of me. I bet it won't be easy. I bet it gonna be to be continued, part 2, part 3, part 4. It's gonna be all type of arcs in that movie.
Hey TikTok, so I got a topic that's probably going to be triggering to the skip me's, aka modern women, I don't care, but we got to discuss this.
She said the skip me's. I don't know if this is the first time that y'all heard that, but this is the first time I heard. So, I done heard the pick me's. Women calling women that want to have a man a pick me. But now they got the skip me's. The skip me's, I guess these are the women that want to get married, but ain't nobody choosing them, so they getting skipped over. The skip me's, or the women that are so independent talk about you can skip me. Oh man, I love it. The skip me's. Let me bring that beat back.
Your story, come be a hero and do something about it. Come on, do something about it. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Since I'm the villain, you come be like them hero ass niggas and get rid of me. I bet it won't be easy. I bet it gonna be to be continued, part 2, part 3, part 4. It's gonna be all type of arcs in that movie.
Hey TikTok, so I got a topic that's probably going to be triggering to the skip me's, aka modern women, I don't care, but we got to discuss this, the passport bros. Listen, these men are not going to underdeveloped countries. I don't know which textbook you're reading from. When were you in school? All these... I'm a PhD. You guys can't do a simple Google search, can't do simple research on the housing markets and etc. in these other countries. In fact, I literally just saw a video yesterday displaying the houses that are in the Philippines that are worth, the same amount, $500,000, but they're like nearly mansions here in the United States that run for at least $1 million. Men are thinking about these things when they're going overseas. They're not just going overseas to use women and flaunt their money. They have to do that here. So at least if they're going out of the country somewhere, they can go where they're respected and appreciated versus here in America, where a large majority of skip me's are being combative, masculine, and ungrateful. It's disgusting how women treat men here in America, and exactly why I support them going over there. And it's disgusting how skip me's will attack all these other foreign women clearly are happy, clearly aren't as miserable as y'all are, because they're taking your men. They're taking your men because you don't know how to be feminine, friendly, fit, be in the gym, care about what a man wants, his feelings, his desires, and overall, they're better human beings than y'all at the end of the day. No, you call these women pick-me's, and you call women like me pick-me's because he exposed the truth that you don't like. You like to live in delusion and reality. They're not taking advantage of no one, and these women are more educated, and their countries are getting more and more development, while America is falling apart. Half of the people I know didn't even get much tax return as they used to this year. That should show you enough that America is falling. Let these men go find peace. Let them go find happiness. Stop being miserable, and if you want to be picked by one of these decent men, get on their page. Come like a pick-me, and maybe you'll get picked one day. Because I promise you, us pick-me women are not running into these Pookies and Ray Rays as much as y'all are. I'm telling you, it's your mindset.
The vast majority of black women cannot compete with the passport bros, and it's stupid to even say so because nobody actually is checking for, coming for, looking for, trying to marry, trying to scoop up black women in mass to be their wives and to integrate them into their culture and in their community.
Disrespect from the American women when it comes to the passport bros. You might ask, like, where did this start? Why is this going on? They say that they're dusty. They say they're losers. They're not worth keeping. So why are they speaking out about it?
Caught that, Tory.
Well, it's because they're projecting. They are upset.
Black man on her arm, no black man on your arm.
Because they don't feel desired. Men are not approaching women or playing games with women like they used to. They've taken the red pill. They've woken up. And quite honestly, if I was a guy or if I had a son, I would advise him to go overseas.
You marry any of these Western modernized women, you're a fool, because you ain't getting a real wife, not a traditional wife. You're not getting it here, which is why passport bros are a thing, and guys are going to get foreign women that are raised with traditional beliefs. The traditional belief system here, dead, over with. Number two, a man's success isn't defined by marriage, a woman's is. Our success is defined by the success we create for ourselves. Your success is defined by, can you get a husband? Did you procreate? Because let's just say, even if you got rich, if you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure. Because you were put here for a man and to repopulate the earth, to reproduce. So even if you go get all the money and all that shit, what does that mean for real? Then what's your purpose now? If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman? There's no Birkins, no nothing. We just humans. What's success now as a woman?
Passports be stamped up because they got the bread to do it. I hate that people just always equate like a weaker man, so to speak, with that means he don't got bread. No, they be the main ones who got bread. Like they just don't get girls. Girls don't pay them no mind. They rather have a swagged out broke bull than to take one of them who could really, like I said, support you. With let your
What I can appreciate about Passport Bros is I think it's an effective flag being raised for Western women. The motivation for it is the fact that men are still expected to act very traditionally. They're expected to be very chivalrous. They're expected to be protectors. Maybe they're not expected to provide to the same extent now that women can essentially match them on income. But if that's what a man's duty to you is, to be chivalrous, it's very, very loosely defined what a woman's duty to a man is.
It's very ambiguous.
And that is why I think they go to places where they are actually taught from a young age how to treat a man. What is your duty to a man? And whether you want to talk about in the context of the word submission, which I know that a lot of girls don't like, me and her use the word deference instead of submission. Sounds a little bit better. It's like she wants to defer to her man a little bit more than he defers to her, which is essentially submitting. But I would love to know what you guys think. If men have those duties to you, and that's an expected duty, what do you think your duty to men is?
So, are you guys, do you believe in marriage or ever want to get married?
Not marrying no American woman.
Oh shit.
If you speak any like clear English, I cannot talk to you.
Why?
Just can't. I'm so
So
sorry.
who are you
I need a
marrying?
cultural woman. I need a woman that's gonna be like, yo,
First of all, we were just having a conversation.
Wait.
We were just having a conversation earlier.
We was talking about women out here in America. I ain't got time for that. Like, I feel you. I want to be in that traditional role where, like, listen, I'll take care of everything. I just need this, that, and the third. And you already know how to do that because your grandma been teaching, your mom been teach you all that. Girls nowadays, I don't even think you wake up and cook eggs for your nigga. So, like, not saying you, but I'm saying, like, I don't really think y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need
That's
that type
not
of
true.
Man,
There are some American women who are cultured in America that do
down
that.
south. I ain't been down
Oh, so
there
you don't get breakfast?
No, I said down south. Well, I'm not talking about my experience whatsoever, man.
Yeah, you better turn pink.
I'm fine. Listen, Jada, I am not talking about my experience. She tried to Jada Shakur me. She's not an American woman. Let's be real. You are Caribbean, as am I. So.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
Habit. I'm neat.
And tell me, who cooks for you?
I'm sorry.
Who cooks for you?
Here? No?
Home, in America. Who prepares your meals?
I do.
And what is your favorite dish?
Chili con carne. No?
No.
Okay, spaghetti.
Okay.
Con carne.
Con carne. Okay. I would love to show you the real food of Altamonte. Would you come with me?
Yes.
Okay. One condition.
Yes.
You wear your new hat.
Okay.
Torno subito. Don't go anywhere.
See, this is what I'm talking about. The peace. The peace. Yes, sir. Great movie, Reek. Yes, it is. The peace.
Here's what I learned being a passport bro. Being a single American guy in South America, I sometimes post stuff like that, or this, and my comments get crazy. People get fucking mad. I've been traveling through South America for over a year, and here are the 3 main takeaways. First thing, and this is funny, you're exotic. You're exotic. I know it sounds crazy. You have an accent. The American accent is kind of trash, to be honest. But the fact that you have one, I think, peppers your words and gives everything you say a little bit of weight, a little bit of spice. It makes it more exciting. The second thing, and this is really important on dates, people love showing off their country and love showing you things that they love. It's like back when you were a kid, you found out one of your friends never saw Space Jam and you were like, oh my God. And then you got to be excited watching them watch it. And that happens a lot on dates. It plays into the excitement and keeps things light and keeps things fun. Finally, number 3. And this is one that most of the comments are about. There is a stereotype or stigma around Americans being rich, which is kind of true because our currency is like the global currency. So if you make $60,000 a year, you can live like you make $120,000 a year pretty comfortably. But experiences and the things money can provide makes a huge difference in dating. Watch The Tinder Swindler, and it'll explain it all.
Brazil. It's an authentic Brazilian. In every way. Oh, she's shy about speaking English, but she understands everything. Just say, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Brazil.
Welcome to Brazil.
Isso, muito bem. Como você vai ficar tímida?
You know, I remember reading a post a couple months back, and women were like, there's a full boatload of men in Africa, right? And I remember saying that African men are very different from American men. They are very different from Western society. I keep saying that, but you know, it's not registering in your head. So the way we talk to our men over here, they do not put up with that in Africa. They don't. So with that being said, there is some news release, okay, that 6 women have been deleted in Gambia. And all their properties go to their husband. Now they were deleted by their husbands. Take heed to the message.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Men, you are the one who has been settling. You've been settling for obesity. You've been settling for single moms. You've been settling for poor treatment, for being used, for being ridiculed, for being emasculated, for being disrespected. It's funny how women say that they're not going to settle when it's been the men who've been settling. Are you tired of settling yet? Or you want to still continue in your ways of dating women in America, which does not work? If you're tired and you want a better dating experience with fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, beautiful women, DM me and let's go on a Passport Bros trip together. I got trips booking for June, July, and August. And I have specials right now because we only have a few spots left for each month. If you're tired of being rejected by the women that you're attracted to, only to be talked bad to by women who are twice your size, it's time to travel. Yes, yes, yes. You are the one that's been settling. And you've been so scared to let someone who treats you so bad go over boom boom. Get some self-respect. Come on a Passport Bros trip. Step up to a better level of dating. Do right by yourself because no one else will.
Maybe the Passport Bros are onto something because, let's be honest, the dating pool here, it's murky at best. Half of the fish are emotionally unavailable and the other half of the fish only know how to communicate using D-pics and emojis. Maybe the takeaway is that you don't have to settle for the bare minimum just because it's nearby.
What's up, y'all? Make this video real quick. Now, look, I just want to say something. Everything that you want in a woman, you're going to have to go overseas. I mean, if we're talking about like fit, feminine, friendly, a woman who can cook, clean. I mean, I can do this shit myself, but when you have a beautiful woman that helps you and actually is a helpmate, it makes your life so much more easier. That's why I tell you guys, get your passport, get the fuck out of the United States because it is really that bad. And this shit is never, ever going to get any easier for us modern men.
If you drive a Honda,
Okay.
and you get on the interstate, you start seeing nothing but Hondas. Because that's what you focused on.
Yeah.
But if you say, I'm going to count every Corvette I see, you start seeing nothing but Corvettes because that's what you focus on. When you focus on bullshit, that's what you notice.
Yeah.
I don't focus on bullshit. I focus on greatness. So that's how I attract.
But what if all you see is Hondas? There's nothing else, and everybody else is like, oh, look, there's only Hondas around you.
Longevity.
I don't know what that means.
A hell of a Honda.
So just take the Honda because it's
I don't settle.
okay. So then sometimes all men can be shitty. Maybe
I have settled before in
Yeah.
the past, but I don't do no settling no more. But that's when I didn't know my self-worth
Yeah.
because I'm not looking for somebody to complete me.
A lot of men, black men in particular, are already checked out. They're already on a new path and on a new wave of focusing on themselves, their business. A lot of them are not even prioritizing women and family because of the advice that they have been receiving from older women, right? Because of the advice that a lot of these females today, young women of today, have been receiving from their aunties, from their mamas, sisters, grandmas, you name it, cousins. A lot of men are like, okay, since this is what y'all are being programmed with and indoctrinated with, I'm just going to bow out gracefully. I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not going to ridicule you for it. You live your life, I'm going to live mine, right? And so you have a lot of young women out there, black women in particular out there, that, you know, conduct themselves or carry themselves in a manner to where they're not trying to be in alignment with men. They're not trying to understand where men are coming from. They're not even trying to be wives. They're not trying to do anything revolving around a man, a family, love, commitment, nothing. A lot of us were, again, programmed to place our careers first, right? Place our girlfriends first, the streets first, being wild and free and reckless first. And then once you get ran through, and then once your life is in shambles, then you try to come back and settle down with a man and try to prioritize family. And by that time, you're already used goods. You're already just not something that is ideal for a man to even want to take seriously. Why? Because everybody has had you, right? We talked about that the other day. A lot of these
Take a look at
reformed 304s want to come back and pretend like they're wholesome women now. And by that time, it's like, girl, I don't feel exclusive. Men like to feel exclusive with their women. And a lot of y'all, I'm just going to be honest, y'all are ran through and reckless.
You need to make her work to be worthy of you. And until she is, don't you give her anything. If she thinks that ring is cheap, her ring is as cheap as her behavior.
Woo! Don't let that slide. The ring or the relationship that you have with that woman is as cheap as her behavior. You can give a woman the biggest ring, but if she don't act like Steph Curry's wife. I feel sad for Steph Curry, bruh. Steph Curry, Will Smith, 5 carat, 25 carat rings these dudes gave away. And the ring is only as good as the woman's behavior. If her behavior is cheap, doesn't matter how expensive the ring was. Michelle Obama. Come on, Michelle's on that list. She's just as bad as the rest of them. Talk down at their men. These men have done historical things, whether it be Will Smith as an actor, whether it be Obama as a president, whether it be Steph Curry in sports. And these women talk reckless. Remember, there was a time when your woman, if she had nothing nice to say, she just didn't say nothing at all. Coretta Scott Kings. You didn't think Coretta Scott didn't know about the other women that Malcolm had? You think that she knew that Malcolm was going to some of these rallies and getting some good love after the rallies? But Coretta knew that what was going on in her marriage and her business with Malcolm wasn't everybody's business. When Coretta Scott King wasn't putting Martin Luther King, I said Malcolm, but Martin Luther King, she wasn't putting Martin Luther King on a red table, let's talk about our feelings in front of everybody in the community. She knew the bigger picture. And a lot of times we have married and date women in the States that did not. Yeah, I did know that. Martin did like some snow bunnies. That did not see the bigger picture. And there are women in the States that men are married to, such as Michelle Obama, that do not see the bigger picture. And you can't correct them. If Michelle Obama was sitting right next to me right now, she would come up with every excuse to not be accountable for the things that she said over the last year about her husband or about their marriage. The behavior, the silent behavior of Michelle Obama. You're supposed to be a former first lady. Do you think every first lady, do you think all the white first ladies were happy with their husbands all the time? Okay, Michelle, which white first lady wrote a book telling her business, started a podcast telling her business, talked down on her husband telling her business? There are plenty of first ladies could have did it, Michelle. Why didn't they? Michelle, why didn't they tell their husband's business? Because just like the brother said, these white women saw the bigger picture. Michelle, guess what? Ain't nobody surprised that your black tail did what you did over the last year regarding disrespecting your husband's presidency, your husband's legacy. Ain't nobody surprised. No, nobody's in awe, Michelle. We put you in the same category with Jada Pinkett Smith. Same category as a bunch of other women that didn't know how to walk in the assignment. But here's the part, Michelle, that you don't realize and other women don't realize. It's been times where we got dirt on y'all like y'all got dirt on us. See, here's the difference between a husband and a wife. A husband knows to take the dirt to the grave. Even ex-husbands, we take the dirt to the grave. We could easily create our own little red table and talk about all the stuff that you did that worked our last motherfucking nerve. But men, we take it to the grave. Why? Because we see the bigger picture. Even after we divorce, we still see the bigger picture of just moving on. Do you think, Michelle, that Barack couldn't get on a podcast and he ain't had out of all the years y'all been married, he ain't never had nothing that he could have just sat back and said, this heifer did? You think Barack ain't never had none of them days? What about Will? Jada, did you ever think one time that Will could have started his own little red table and just aired out all your laundry of how you got on his last motherfucking nerve? But these dudes didn't. Steph Curry, you could have started a podcast and talk about how your wife get on your last nerve. Talk about she ain't want to have no kids. You could have been did that, but you didn't, did you, Steph? Men know how to take our misery to the grave. The only person that knows that we were miserable is you. Everybody else, we make sure, and that's the protector in us. We'll protect our ex-wives at times. We'll downplay, oh man, you know what? It is what it is, man. I ain't with her no more, man. I don't want to talk about her no more. We'll downplay it, and we'll be hurting at the same time, but just say, I don't want to talk about it no more, dog. I'm good. Let's talk about these new ladies. But women, when they get a chance to get a microphone talking about their ex, as long as there's an audience, y'all ready? Here is the audience for women on podcasts. Y'all ready? Single women that keep women single. Watch women-oriented podcasts. Simps that are trying to sleep with women. They co-sign women podcasts. LGBTQ, they gay male friends. They co-sign the women's podcast. And women that may not ever get a man to marry them, such as many baby mamas, they co-sign women's podcasts. Women that want to keep women single, the women that will never get married, simps that are trying to sleep with the ladies, and the LGBTQ males. You know, they get gay male friend, don't never tell them the truth. They always lie to them. What's my point in saying that? Women don't know how to shut the hell up. They really don't. There are many that do, but too many in the West don't. That's another reason why some of you guys need to find your woman in another country, because in the United States, women are not raised to see the bigger picture. I don't know why y'all. Women in other countries are raised, such as the Philippines, such as been watching tonight. Women in other countries are raised so much to see the bigger picture that if you aren't in their life and some other dude is in her life, he'll get that same king treatment. The same treatment she gets. See, I'm not dumb enough to think that Andrea treats me like this because of me. Andrea treats me like this first because it's part of her upbringing and her culture. If I wasn't in the picture and another dude was in the picture, he'd get the same big piece of chicken. If she was single, she cooked the same quality meals for her dad, her brothers, and her male friends, things like that. I'm nobody special. One of the things you're going to have to come to conclusion with, guys, when it comes to these women in other countries, they love you. That's what makes you special. But the cultural part is not because of you. You ain't got nothing to do with the fact that her mama and her daddy raised her to be a wife and a helpmeet. And if she's not a wife, she'll still take care of men. Her brother, her uncles, her male colleagues, her male coworkers. And us dudes that have women in other countries will tell you that feeling of like, yeah, she doing this for me, that wears off fast. When you see your woman cooking for her uncle and cooking for her brother with the same love, care, and joy that she cooked for you, you start feeling like, I ain't that special. It's part of the culture. I now understand that she's not doing it. That's why when I hear women in other countries say, in the United States say, well, she only do it for the money. Bruh, if I wasn't in the picture, Andrea would still be cooking for the men in her circle. Somebody gonna get a hot plate, whether it be her brother or her dad or her uncle. Somebody gonna get a hot plate from Andrea. You guys got women too in other countries that if you wasn't around, her dad or her uncle or her male colleagues, they would get a hot plate. Male coworkers would get a hot plate if they were having a potluck type of thing going on. They didn't just all of a sudden be like that because of us. What is my point? My point is this, because I don't want to keep you guys late, and I know it's getting late where you guys are. Do realize that you do have options and you don't have to put up with what's going on back home in the States. And she's absolutely correct. The ring that you give a woman, if you give a woman a ring at all, is no greater than her attitude. Is no greater than her attitude. Let's bring that beat back that she said. We're almost done, guys. We got maybe like 5 minutes left.
Y'all are ran through it reckless.
You need to make her work to be worthy of you. And
you caught that? You need to make her work to be worthy of you. You should not be reaching in your wallet if the woman is your helpmeet. Every woman should not be able to automatically get your money. She got to be able to work for that, to see what the inside of your wallet looks like.
until she is, don't you give her anything. If she thinks that ring is cheap, her ring is as cheap as her behavior.
If you are a high-value man, you a man that has financial success in your career field, whether you are an entrepreneur, blue-collar worker, or an executive, there is no reason why you should be dealing with women that cause you stress, disrespect you, and is not following your program or your protocol as a man. Fellas, I would never understand why you as a man, you work your way up in your career path, your business, your job, whatever it may be, and you get so far ahead of people who are at the poor status, the middle class, the low class, or they at the poverty line, or whatever you want to call it. You work your way so far up, but you allow yourself to be disrespected and tolerated by women. You tolerate disrespect from women. Women aren't loyal. Your women disrespect you. Your women dress anyway. Your women talk to you anyway. You stressed out about a woman. You got to keep repeating yourself. It ain't no way that you done worked your way all the way up and you think that you need to settle for that type of bullshit. The only reason why you settling is because you've been tricked into believing that because you worked hard, because you've gotten up, and because you're a man, that's not important, and money isn't everything, and you don't get to just do whatever you want to do because you got money. Bullshit. If you work so hard and you further your way up from the rest of society, and you grow and you get better as a man, there is no way that you should be following the same rules as the average man if you worked your way up to become that man. Love your wife. Respect a good woman. Don't take advantage of great women. Honor good women. Take care of them 100%. But if you dealing with women that's disrespecting you, they out of pocket, they talking to you crazy, they not following your program, ditch them. Leave them alone. It's bullshit. You don't work too hard to get to where you at to deal with a woman that's not on your program.
When you look in the mirror today.
Before we go through that one, shout out to my man Gino in the building. Says this with the $10 love. Appreciate you, brother. He says, just want to show some love to you, Andre and Andrea. Keep up the fantastic content. Thank all you guys. Thank you to all you gentlemen. It is a team effort with all of us. It is a team effort with all of us, not just Andre and I, but it is all of us. That's why I love to bring up your opinions. If you guys notice, when you guys type something, I showcase it. The reason why, because it's not this live stream. We're here for 3-4 hours at times. It's not just about what I gotta say. It's about what we all have to say, what we all have to contribute to the particular topic at hand on each episode. So shout out to all you guys. And if you guys want to support the channel, also you can support by way of joining the Patreon as well. We got some great content coming up there as well. Shout out to you and all you guys. And shout out once again to our brother Gino. Let's get back to watching the last bit of this video. Let me bring that ending back right about here.
Work your way up to become that man. Love your wife. Respect a good woman. Don't take advantage of great women. Honor good women. Take care of them 100%. But if you dealing with women that's disrespecting you, they out of pocket, they talking to you crazy, they not following your program, ditch them. Leave them alone. It's bullshit. You don't work too hard to get to where you at to deal with a woman that's not on your program.
When you look in the mirror today, I want you to say these words to yourself. I'm making moves, I'm making money, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not gonna settle, never will I ever. The price of my worth is non-negotiable, and those who value me will understand, and those who don't understand don't value me.
All right, he's absolutely correct. And those that don't understand, they just aren't going to value you. And it's not for you to force them to understand. It's not. Looks like I froze for a second, gentlemen. I'm back. At least I froze at the end of the live stream. Let's get ready to do the outro video. Let's have some fun. I'll be seeing you guys in the next episodes of Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. Let's watch this one. We haven't watched this one in a while.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kommer du ihåg det igen? Kommer du ihåg igen? Du vill ha icy little fingers. Då du vet det chalas. All in, ingen broms, schackmatt på din vänster hand. Du är så viktig baby. Ja, du är allians. Du är försiktig baby. Men du gav mig en chans. Det är 50-50 baby. Men det är balans. Jag växlar upp för dig baby. Ingen annan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon som dig. Som dig baby. Come for me, my baby. I really tap on no ganana. Been singing and I have it on me, Shakarina. No sound saving is in now. You're coming out to ride with you. 100 good big clutch to die for you. This is so big, baby. You're the alias. The fishy baby. Baby, come in class. The 50-50, baby. Made the balance. Every claro for it, baby. Ingen nan. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon someday. Det är mitt liv, baby. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade någon someday. Det är mitt liv, baby. Visa mig vart du finns. Du kommer väl till min city? Nej, jag vet att det finns. Kom det är bra lives and all nights, yeah. Jag vet att jag min kör det. Chans social smuggler. Jag tvivlar det. Visa mig vart du finns, yeah. Det var fan ingen dans på någon ros innan jag träffade. Mami me dice que soy el tipo que tú prefieres. Mami me dice que soy el tipo que tú prefieres. Mami me dice que soy el tipo que tú prefieres. Mami me dice que soy el tipo que tú prefieres. No me dejes solo, mi amor. 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 No me dejes solo, mi amor.